Hey guys, happy Saturday. It's your girl, the Brooke Ashley, and we are here to discuss The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 6, Reunion Part 2. Come on in the room, guys. I hope y'all are feeling good. I hope you guys are staying warm. Y'all, that weather outside is no joke, okay? Come on in, y'all. Come on in. How are y'all feeling? How are y'all doing? I hope y'all are staying warm. Baby, this is not the day to be going out. I was just like, my God. I was in DC. I got back last night before the big storm. Honey, yeah, it was freezing in DC. Shout out to DC. Shout out to all my DC girls. Yes, honey. A lot of y'all hit me up like, girl, you're in my city. Listen, y'all, I love DC. It was a quick trip. I was there to support a family friend. Their mother passed away. I was there to support, be there, the beautiful service. So yeah, it was a quick trip Wednesday to Friday. But yes, we are back home in New York, honey. But yeah, guys, DC girls, next time in DC, we'll do a little meet and greet, something like that. I love DC, okay? But guys, come on in, come on in. Okay, you said Metro. You said I'm in Central, not Brooke and Central Pay like Wendy. Oh, I'm screaming. Thank you so much. Metro Memphis area is under a blanket of snow. Oh, wow, really? Yes, honey, be safe. The storm is going to be rough. Love from Michigan. Okay, yes, big love to you, everybody in Michigan. Listen, y'all, this storm is about to be something else. So, y'all, please stay inside. I saw something where a doctor said that this weather is going to be so crazy cold that you should not be outside for more than 9 minutes because that's how deadly it is. I heard that you shouldn't be working out. That's how cold it is. Like if you shouldn't be sweating in this weather. So yeah, it's a whole lot going on, y'all. So please stay safe, stay warm. Don't worry about going out. Don't worry about doing any of that stuff. Just stay in, put a good show on, come on in the live, have fun with us. But yeah, it's just too cold for anything right now. Like it is not a game. Yes, no zipping and zooing this weekend. Exactly. Okay, exactly. You said, hey, bro, listening while helping my sisters. And yeah, it's below zero here. Yeah, I'm sure. Because you're in Chicago. I'm sure it's freezing. Yes, it's dangerous. Okay, it's dangerous to be exercising in the cold as it is, but definitely in this weather. Okay, yeah, because I was, I love my workouts. So I was upset to hear that. But listen, it's not that deep. I can always continue working out next week. But right now, I'm gonna just take it easy and get on live. Okay. Yes, I have my water. I have nice my bottled waters. I did a nice Instacart order before I left for DC. So I was already prepared for the storm. Thank God. God is good. So yeah. Honey, yeah, it lists. Oh, wait, where are you? It's 56 in the Bay Area. Oh, lucky you. Lucky you. For all of y'all who live in the warmer climates, just pray for us. If you live in Cali, Miami, Florida, yeah, pray for the rest of us, okay? Because it is freezing. Freezing. My friend asked if I wanted to go out. I hung up. It's too cold here in Chicago. Yeah, it's too cold for that. Next weekend. Listen. I love to go out, but it's just not the time. It is not the time. All right. When I got back from DC, that cold hit me like a ton of bricks. Okay. So yeah, this weekend is not the weekend, y'all. I know we all want to go out. I love to go out, but this is not the weekend for all of that. Yeah, honey, we'll hang out on Zoom. Okay, we are inside. Yes. I think right now in New York, it is, what is it? It's 8 degrees right now. Let me see. Let me give you the exact weather. Okay, right now it's 18 degrees and it feels like 9. And then I know tonight it's going to drop all the way down to, I believe, 9 degrees. So yeah, it's a lot going on. Okay. Oh my gosh. Down here in Florida where we shiver when it's 60 degrees. Oh, you don't have to rub it in. You don't have to rub it in, okay? Oh, y'all are so blessed over there in Florida. It was negative degrees and negative 17 last night. Damn. It's 45 degrees here. Oh, thank you very much. You said 9 degrees Fahrenheit equals 12,778 Celsius. Wow. My eyelash is coming out. Really? Wait, where? Hold on. I tacked these down good. Maybe it's that wind. Lord have mercy. You see how we're starting off already? It's negative 20 in Montreal. Wait, hold on, y'all. Just hold on, y'all. Let me just check on this eyelash. Give me a minute, y'all. You see how we're starting off? Oh, wait, right here. Thank you. Oh, you're right. It is coming off right here. Do I feel like gluing it down again? Oh, yeah, it's kind of coming off. Lord have mercy. Only on here, right? It's about to step outside. I'm gonna step outside to smoke. Pray for me. You listen, you don't need to smoke that bad. You'll be okay. It's too cold to be stepping outside to smoke. Yes, it's a mess. Keep them taps on drip, y'all. That's that cold weather. Yes, honey. Brooke pulling the Lisa Barlow look. Am I? Get the TikTok glue. Keeps lashes on for 2 weeks. What? Wait, hold on, y'all. Is this okay? Ooh. Oh Lord, we are something else today. Is this all right, y'all? Is it okay? Is this gonna be okay for the time being? Let me know. You said we don't care. You said sometimes we need that smoke. You've been putting it off for hours. If you don't open up a window and smoke indoors, exactly. All right. I didn't even notice. You're fine. You said, okay, yes, tap me on the shoulder. Tap me on the shoulder because we're gonna talk about that in the next live at 6 p.m. I feel so embarrassed. They set me up. My friends over at NBC set me up. They're talking about, oh yeah, Monique's look is out of this world, and it really was out of this world in the worst way possible. So feel free to whack me in the next live. That's fine. That's the one time you guys can whack me. Baby, they set me up. They set me up. So feel free to whack me, tap me, whatever you want to do in the next live. We're gonna talk about it. A mess. A mess. It was in space. They set up Chris too with that. Oh my, yes, Monique was giving Mars attack. Monique's look was something. Okay, y'all. Let's just get on with y'all have me screaming at this chat. She did look ridiculous. I would prefer the breastplate like Porsche instead of triangles. Geometry project gone bad. Yes. Listen, honey, a mess, y'all. Oh no, don't start with this. Don't start. I'll have wine in the next live at 6 p.m. Okay. So I'll have wine, but don't look at you, not you starting trouble already, honey. We short circuiting today like Lisa. Okay. All right, y'all. The breastplate of no righteousness. You guys are so funny. Grab the wine and cigar. All right, y'all. Let's get on with it, no, honey. We got to just move on because we got to get through this recap. I'm not going to hold y'all. When we get to the final 10 minutes with Meredith, you guys know I like Meredith, but we need to have a discussion. All right, because I have some thoughts about that. I'm going to choose my words carefully when we get to that scene. Yeah, it was a lot. That whole thing, that was a lot. This whole reunion could have been an email. Mary, I want you to know that I have some choice words for you as well. I don't like Mary's attitude. Mary is funny. She could be charming when she wants to be, but Miss Mary, you take zero accountability for anything, and I hate the way the women let you slide. Mary would never be able to get away with what she gets away with if she were on Atlanta, Potomac, Jersey, OC, Beverly Hills. The SLC girls let her slide. but I can assure you she would be crying if she pulled half of these stunts on another franchise. Drives me nuts. But yeah, I have a lot to say. Yes, you felt bad for Britney. I can't lie. Yeah, I did too. I did too. Because Britney might be many things, a deadbeat, delusional, desperate, but what Meredith was trying to put on her, I don't get that. And we all know that being referred to as that, you can lose your livelihood, okay? You can lose your money, opportunities. And I don't think that Andy was going for it either, because if she were, they would have fired her and she wouldn't even be at this reunion. Real talk. So I just think that that was really messed up, in my opinion, for Meredith to even throw that out there when you know the severity of that kind of claim. And but again, we'll talk more about that, okay? Yes. Yeah, yes, I agree. I agree. That's what I was. Yeah, she's ignorant, but do I get a bigot from her? No. Ignorant, yes. Okay. So yeah, we'll talk about that, but the end left a very sour taste in my mouth. Okay? Yes, it reminded me of when Siggy did that from New Jersey and she was fired. Yes, it was very reminiscent of when Siggy did that. And Andy wasn't going for that either. He was like, okay, girl. And she was fired. It was very reminiscent of what Siggy did. But yeah. So, but guys, let's just get into all of it, okay? So now we start off the second part right where we left off. Now, just a quick note. I watched the uncensored and extended version on Peacock. So if I talk about some scenes that weren't in the original tape, the original airing on Tuesday night, it's because I watched the one on Peacock, right? So it's a few minutes longer. So now we start off. Oh, and one more thing. Why was Bronwyn first chair? Somebody let me know, why was Bronwyn first chair? Bronwyn was a complete flop. Bronwyn literally said 2 words in the second part. She was not needed as first chair. Bronwyn could have been last. And did y'all see the rumors circulating around that Whitney and Bronwyn will not be coming back for season 7? I won't be surprised. Bronwyn gives me a little bit of coward vibes where she really can't take the heat. And I don't think that she wants to talk about this divorce. And that means that she'll have to really tell us what really happened in that marriage. So I will not be surprised if Bronwyn not coming back is the truth, because this show looks like she can't handle it. So, and also Whitney should have been gone a while ago. So the fact that she even stayed this long, if she doesn't come back season 7, I won't be surprised. All right. You said, let's put something on the grill. Ashley next, hopefully. Yes, hopefully. Bronwyn is a weirdo. I agree. So now anyhow, we have the continuation of how we ended part 1 with Angie bringing out her scroll. I'm so tired of Angie and all these stunts. I know the girls go up for Angie, but Angie lost me this season. Maybe next season she'll win me back, but I felt like this entire season, Angie was the definition of a try-hard. So now, Angie says, I've known Lisa for years. I thought she was my friend. Then I found out she was trolling me. She told me she's not the source, but if you open that scroll and then open your phone, the person trolling me has the same number as Lisa. So Lisa says, I'm so glad we're doing this. So now we see an Instagram comment on the screen, and it says something like, I liked Angie until I saw her flip-flop for the rumor mill. And the person's account name is Candace Story. So Lisa's like, that's not me. That's not me. That's not me. So Angie says, that's Lisa's phone number. Lisa says again, that's not me. I don't know who this girl is, but that's not me. You got the wrong person. So we have Andy reading the scroll. He reads the number out loud and he says to Lisa, is that your number? Lisa says, yes, that is my number, but that's not how you look up an account on Instagram. So now Andy's like, again, what was the number that I just read out loud? Lisa says, yes, that was my number, but it's not connected to me. They just put in my number. Whitney Rose did this. They don't know how to look things up. So now Whitney says, let me tell you guys how we figured out that it was Lisa. Lisa jumps in and says, you're lying, you're lying. She says, it's a joke. Then she says that Angie's scroll was a prop flop. And I was like, girl, you ate with that, because yeah, it was a prop flop. Angie does too much, in my opinion, too much and too little at the same time. And this bringing out this scroll, it was a waste of everybody's time, in my opinion. So Angie says, girl, you did it. You did it. They're going back and forth. Andy says Bezos, like he did last season, for them to stop talking. He says, I'm the one holding the scroll. I get to talk. So now he says, look, was this link sent to this number, Lisa's number? So Whitney says that she put it in the handle, put in forget password. Then she clicked link to the password, sent to the number. And Angie says, yes, that's correct. Lisa says, no, it's not. Angie says, well, I watched this account for 2 years. They were defending Lisa every time, shitting on everybody. When she would get mad at me, I would see the account saying bad things about me, putting a narrative out about me. So Lisa says, well, same here. So Angie gives an example of one time it was Electra's birthday, and this is before she had a bunch of followers. She says, I could see who watched my stories. She says, so this account, Candace Story, watched my story. And then 2 minutes later, Lisa texted me saying, happy birthday, Electra. So she said, the crazy part is Lisa never looked at my post, but this account, Candace Story, looked at it. So she's saying that it is Lisa behind this account, because Lisa had no idea that it was Electra's birthday until she viewed it from this troll account. So now Andy goes on to ask Lisa, I would like you to explain yourself on why this account is not you. Lisa says it's not me because that's not my phone number attached to the account. They put the number in and then said reset password or whatever. Angie says that's not what we did. Lisa says, yes, it is. My phone number is not attached to that account. It's not my account. So Angie says, well, you changed it after I told you about it. Lisa's like, no, I didn't. You're crazy. So they're going back and forth. Andy's like, can y'all please shut up? Now, may I just say this? I'm not convinced that this was Lisa's account, troll account. I feel like if you're going to accuse somebody of having a fake account, a Finsta account, whatever you want to call it, you need to have your receipts so intact. These receipts were shaky at best. This one comment, Instagram comment on a random Tuesday, and then you're saying, well, we put in her number and said forget password, and it was sent to her number. Baby, this is not enough. And I'm sorry, Angie, but you flopped. Because again, I would be too embarrassed to bring this if I don't have adequate receipts. These receipts weren't good. It's just giving that you want to give Lisa a hard time. You want to pin everything on her. Because again, my girl, these receipts, I wasn't buying it. Y'all should have had much crisper receipts than this. Yeah, it did not land at all. The password reset won't show the full number. So they're lying. Exactly. I just feel like, again, it's anything to discredit Lisa. And I'm not even saying this, talk about, this is not about liking somebody. This is about, if you're going to accuse somebody, your receipts better be in order. And these receipts did not hold up. Also, Angie, the fact that you had to bring out a scroll for your receipts, that's how I know it was based on antics and a shock factor. Because I'm sorry, these receipts would not hold up in court. I would be embarrassed. And also, Angie, let me get on you. Lisa lives in your brain rent free, because I saw the clip of you. You're in DC. In front of Congress, talking about you're trying to get rights for people who do franchises, and you're bringing up the fight between you and Lisa, and that week read about, I don't do French fries, I do franchise, whatever. I'm just like, girl, you're with government officials stating your case and talking about show drama. Are you okay? Like, it's embarrassing. Like, Angie is just so desperate to me, and this show really does consume her mind. Like, without this show, she wouldn't feel like anything. And it's very sad. Yes, I'm just like, girl, you need help. It's embarrassing. In front of Congress, talking about Lisa Barlow. We'll never be free. It's true. She's very embarrassing. She needs a ghostwriter because that speech wasn't it. It was a flop. That was so embarrassing. I cringed watching that video. Same here. Yes, I'm bored with Angie too. If I'm being honest with you, I would not be upset if Angie does not get called back for next season. Like, I wouldn't be mad. I think that Angie has run her course on the show. She had what? One season as a friend of, two as full time. You know, she had 3 seasons altogether. It's a cute run, girl. You got 3 years in a row. Thank you for your services. It's no shade, but Angie has lost the plot. I think that Angie has flown too close to the sun. She believed her own hype. Being the fan favorite last year really got to her head because now she's going nuts. She's losing her mind. You said bring back Monica. Well, let's not get too crazy. Hey, Bio Miss Flores, thank you for the super chat. Y'all in Chicago, be on the watch. Mr. Somlet, because he might do that mess again out here in this cold for some Subway. Oh, not Jussie Smollett. Oh, I'm screaming. Oh, no. Yeah, because he pulled this stunt around the same exact time. What was that? 7 years ago? 8 years ago now. You have me screaming, bringing that back up. Hey, sweet honey X, thank you for the super chat. The cast exiled Monica for having a troll account, but they all do it too. Agreed. Not Smollett. I'm screaming. Oh my gosh, honey. He said he wanted a tuna sub, honey. He said he wanted a tuna sub in the middle of January and below negative 20 degree weather, honey, in Chicago at 2 a.m. He said that tuna sub was calling him, honey. Now, hold on. Why did I not even realize that, like, somebody said when you say tuna sub, it's bust a nut? Like, when you flip it, like the words, I was like, wait, what? That's what. So people think that tuna sub is like something freaky because if you reverse it, like yeah. So I remember I wrote that like on Twitter, and they're like, Brooke, like, what are you saying? And I was like, no, I'm saying like a tuna sub, and they were like, girl, that's what that means in reverse. I was like, oh, like, so yeah. So who knows if he really wanted a tuna sub or a tuna sub at 2 a.m. But either way, he effed up. Oh my gosh. The more you know, okay? Yes, honey, the girls are freaky, honey. Yes. Yes, I didn't know that either. Like, I've never looked at tuna sub and thought that, like, but honey, people have too much time on their hands, honey. If you reverse it, it's bust a nut. So maybe he wanted a tuna sub or a tuna sub. So who knows? I'll never look at tuna the same. What did I just walk in on? Tuna sub. Oh my gosh. We have not said tuna sub since the Vine days. Now, Brooke, who told you this? Oh my gosh. You said, I'm too vanilla for this. I don't have time for code words. All right, guys, let's get back to nothing is sacred here. Yo, let's get back to whatever. All right, you said that's a new one for me. Well, hey, you learn something new every day, okay? Just got in here. Somebody brought up Jussie Smollett, and now we're here. So, all right, y'all, let's get back to Salt Lake City. Okay, another one for the inside joke list. That's too much work. Are we having sex or not? Now you want a sandwich low key. Oh no. I lost it when I saw a meme saying this is the type of weather that had Jussie beating himself. Oh my gosh, y'all have me in tears today. Please, y'all, it's too early. We just got here. We have just started, and you guys have me screaming already. All right, my eyelash is already hanging on by a thread. Don't have me screaming the way y'all are today, okay? Lord have mercy, honey. Oh, y'all are starting today. So he put that rope around his neck and poured some bleach on his clothes and said they tried to kidnap him, girl. A mess. The chat is coming up today. Oh my gosh. Yes, honey. You said you had to write it backwards. You had to write it backwards. You have to see it for yourself. Yep. So. So next time, that's a late night text to send somebody. I'm joking. Yes, I'm checking that last for dear life, honey. Oh, I live such a sheltered life. I am screaming. Okay, y'all. I'm choking on my Coke Zero. You said you're too innocent. Child, please. Everybody's an adult. If you're an adult, you're not that innocent. All right. You said, baby, I wrote it too. Oh my gosh. I wrote it backwards to make sure too. I'm screaming, honey. Going to the cute Subway worker and telling him I want a tuna sub. Oh no. You guys are a mess. Okay, y'all. You guys have me screaming. All right. So anyhow, y'all, let's get back on track. Oh my gosh. Throat spraying tuna subs, honey. This is a joke. Enough with the tuna subs. Oh gosh. Brooke, you and I, that eyelash holds it on like I'm screaming. No, it is. It's like holding on for dear life. But I don't feel like stopping to glue it back on because that will take too much time. I don't know what to do right now. What a life. What a life. Okay. If this is the worst thing, I live a very blessed life. So what can you do? Sometimes the lash isn't all the way glued down. I know. Okay. We have it. We have it. So, all right. Okay. Thank you guys. Let's get back to SLC. So, they keep going at it, Angie and Lisa. Andy's trying to shut them up. Now we have Heather jumping in because her life's goal is to embarrass Lisa Barlow. She's like, why is your number attached to this account? Lisa says, it's not me. It's not me. We have Heather going on. And I said, Heather, shut up. Like, respectfully, shut up. Who are you to question anybody? And I'm sorry, Heather, but you've lost all credibility when you stuck your neck on the line for Jen Shah. Jen Shah punched you in the eye and you blamed it on production. You said that you bumped your eye on the sink when you washed your face. You have no right to try to question anybody. Again, you could have gotten the show canceled because they did a whole investigation and SLC was already fighting for its life in the ratings that season. It was the worst rated season ever for Housewives. You guys had 184,000 people. You were neck and neck with Summer House Martha's Vineyard that season when it came to horrible ratings. And the fact that you could have taken the show completely out with your lie, shut your mouth, please. Yes, she's very insufferable. Heather's a dangerous woman. I don't care what anybody says. I agree. I can see why Heather got punched in the eye. Thank you, Brooke. Me and you will forever stay on Heather's neck for that black eye lie. No, it's true. So now Lisa's like, look, I'm not Candace's story. It's not me. You're making this up. This is not another receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, effing everything. You're not going to get that because it's not there. It's not me. Lisa, you ate once again because we have been saying it since season 4 that Heather has been trying to recreate that moment and she wanted another moment like that right here, right now. And Lisa said, girl, you're never going to get that. Stop chasing that high. That moment has came and went. We are in 2026. That happened in 2023. Enough. And Heather, how embarrassing for you that moment is the highlight of your life. It's very sad. But baby, she ate down and she clocked Heather. Okay, yeah, Lisa, no, she ate that up. She ate that up. So now we have Andy. We have Andy still trying to say, you guys shut up, like, please be quiet. So now Angie says, it's you and I've moved on for it. I've moved on from it. Like, I've forgiven you. Lisa says, girl, it's not me. And I'm going to show you it's not me. And you're going to owe me an apology. So now Heather jumps in and says, girl, we've known for years and you're going to owe us an apology. Now, first of all, what does that say about you? Let's say that this was Lisa. The fact that you were okay with Lisa having a troll account allegedly, but now when it's Mad Day, now you want to expose her. What does that say about you? This is more about y'all than it says about her. Because that means that you have no integrity, and that means that you want to pick and choose who you want to be mad at and banish from the group. Because the same way you said that we don't do that over here, you guys got rid of Monica for that. Now is what we know. We've known that you've had this troll account for years, so it was okay then, but now it's not okay because you don't want to be her friend anymore. Like that, this is weird. Like again, Heather, you make yourself look bad, and I feel sorry for you. I really do. So now you could tell Andy was bored. I was over this whole thing. This entire stunt that Angie pulled was a flop. This was no big revelation. It did not do what you thought it was going to do. Okay. So Andy's like, all right, guys, so let's move on. So we still have Heather still going after Lisa. They're still fighting. So now Andy's over it and he's like, you know what? I'm out. I can't. He walks off the set. So Lisa's like, oh my gosh, this is nuts. Mary, Miss Mamas, you were giving Teacher's Pet, Kiss Ass, these first two parts. When you were like, oh my gosh, Andy, don't go. Like, you see what y'all did? You see what y'all did? It was like, Mary, please be quiet. And Mary, the fact that you kiss Andy's behind so much, like, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, especially as a pastor. You shouldn't be kissing anybody's behind at all. And you sitting up there kissing his behind. It was very embarrassing to watch. So now Heather was, so we see Andy hiding out and he's like, really, guys? So they all said, we're sorry, Andy. So Heather says, yeah, we're sorry, Daddy Andy. And she starts laughing. Mary's like, it's not funny. It's not funny. I said, girl, are you okay? You want that pat on the head from Andy so bad? Because when Andy walked back, he was like, oh, thank you, Mary. I said, oh, girl, you needed that really bad, didn't you? The way Andy's approval breaks even the most stoic housewife down. Like they all crave his approval, all of them. Like Giselle folds around Andy. All of them do. It's the funniest thing to watch. So he sits back down. Now, Andy, I have to be honest, Andy. I have to be fair, right? That walk-off to me was weak. You wanted a moment, Andy. I mean, Andy, you wanted a moment. It's no shade, but you wanted a moment, okay? The trailer hyped up that walk-off. I thought that something horrible happened, like somebody cursed you out. Andy, you've been doing this now for 20 years. You faced way, way worse reunions, okay? The Atlanta season 9 reunion with the whole allegations against Candy. When Teresa pushed you, season 2 with her and Danielle fighting. You've gone through a lot worse. And for you to walk off like that, yeah, it was real weak. Like I said, oh, Andy, you could have kept that. Andy, you wanted a moment. Like it gave very much Angie K one of her stunts and shows. Because I said, okay, Andy. Yes. She like Teresa pushed him and he's sitting up there walking. Yeah, it was real weak. It was real weak. Teresa was tussling with that man and he stuck it out. Exactly. He was Andy wanted a moment, but I love it. He knew that check was too heavy for him to do all that. Exactly. Hands around his face. Yes, Nene and Kim. Exactly. When they were both doing this, like he's gone through a lot worse. So I just said, I guess, Andy. So now, he sits back down and Andy addresses Heather. He says, Heather, on Watch What Happens Live, you said that you had the receipts to prove that Lisa was leaking information. And is that from what Angie revealed today? So Heather says, well, yeah, that was a part of it. The other part was the whole Canouan fraud report of it all. So you're blaming Lisa for people nicknaming Bronwyn Conwyn Fraudport. Baby, that one account that I told y'all about, that one account has been on Bronwyn since the day she came on the show. That was not Lisa. That wasn't Lisa's doing. You have to understand that some of these fans they're such rabid fans. You know, people will do anything. There are some people where their life is dedicated to exposing a housewife that they can't stand. That one account has been trying to expose Bronwyn since forever. Nobody can take credit for the whole Conwyn fraud report except for them. They came up with that. You trying to pin that on Lisa is embarrassing. Yes, they gave. Yeah, that account hates. That account hates Bronwyn so much. Like, baby, that account does that for free. That account hates Bronwyn where it's like, baby, I hate her for the love of the game. Like, I will expose her for free. Like, he can't stand her. So for you to try to pin this on Lisa is embarrassing on your part, because that account even said, when the episode came out about you guys pinning this on Lisa, that account on Twitter said, no, that was me. I exposed Bronwyn. I can't stand her, baby. Like, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Okay. Like, do not take credit for my work. I exposed her. Come see about me. Like, baby, that person, they are a fanatic for hating Bronwyn. Okay. So that has nothing to do with, they eat, sleep, breathe to take down Bronwyn. Okay. They're thinking about Bronwyn right now. So they said, baby, do not give Lisa that credit. That was me. I exposed her and I'll do it again. Yes, they wait straight to lunch after the break too. Exactly. Honey, that account, they can't stand Bronwyn. Do not take credit for their work. All right. That's them. That's all them. So now, again, I was bored by this whole entire thing. Lisa says, you want to talk about what you said on the Red Rocks and the pictures that you have on your phone? Heather's like, wait, what? You mean Rolling Thunder? So I was like, what's Rolling Thunder? Even Andy was confused. So Heather says, well, everybody knows what it is. Meredith can tell you best. So Meredith jumps in and says, they're talking about a picture that they have of me. It was somebody that I dated when Seth and I were separated. They're trying to turn it into some big gotcha moment. Heather says she's the one who brought it up, not me. So Meredith says, do I care? I don't care at all. Now, Heather, let me just get you together. This is real loser behavior. Why do you have pictures of Meredith and her ex-boyfriend, ex-hookup on your phone all these years later? That's weird. Like I don't mean to be mean, but like, we have to go back to calling people weirdos, because Heather is a weirdo. You have no life. Like, girl, do you hear yourself? And I'm not saying that Lisa and Meredith don't have their things too, but girl, this is straight up weirdo behavior. Like, I would be so embarrassed. Why do you have screenshots of her and another man on your phone? Like, are you okay? If her and her husband are back together now, it doesn't matter if she was laid up with whoever she was laid up with. That's in the past. And you're a weirdo for even having that on your phone. You need help. And I can't stand people like you who hold on to stuff for some evidence or some big gotcha moment. And the thing with Heather is, when it comes to folks like that who are into blackmailing, you have to let folks know, baby, feel free to expose it. Like, I promise you, I am not the one that you're going to ever have some gotcha moment with. Feel free, pull up whatever you want to pull up. I will sit there and say, okay, cool. I wish somebody would try to threaten me with exposing some pictures of me or whatever. Feel free to do it. Feel free. I'll be damned. Because one thing about it, you will never blackmail me or extort me or any of that. Go ahead and expose it. Go ahead and release it. Because it's not going to happen. And girl, that's some real weirdo, sicko behavior for you to have those pictures on your phone. Worry about getting yourself a man. Can you even get a date? You've been divorced now for what, 15 years? Has there been a date in the 15 years? Can you, like, girl, what's been going on? Worry about yourself. Who have you been laid up next to over the last 15 years? I'll wait. It's like you're worried on the wrong things. It's nuts. Yes, honey, imaginary sex on that messed up mattress. She's crazy. That's weird. And the fact that she was okay, the fact that you're okay to let the world know that you're a weirdo who has pictures of a former friend and a former lover that they were with, like that, you need help. So anyhow, um, Lisa's like, why do you still have the pictures on your phone anyway if you guys are friends? Heather says, well, that was 3 years ago. I said, what does it matter if it was 3 years ago or not? Why do you still have those pictures on your phone now in 2026? Are you well? I don't care. Like, you still have those pictures on your phone. That's crazy to me, Heather. You said the Crimson Chin. Wait, who said the Crimson Chin needs to see the lady? I agree. You said glue it back, girl. Oh, no. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Do you mind if I just pause to just glue my eyelash back on? Because it's obviously running away, y'all. I don't want it to fall off. Just hold on. Do you guys mind? I'm going to just turn the camera off. You can still hear me. Give me a minute. Pause it. 5-minute intermission. Okay, when I tell y'all, y'all are some real ones over here. Thank you all for waiting on me. You guys are too kind, very sweet. So I glued it back on. I think it's on. Like I put extra glue on it. I appreciate y'all. And also, if I hadn't stopped, I think it would have just fallen off because when I took it off to reapply the glue, it just fell off. So thank you all. I appreciate y'all. You guys are so kind. Yes, my lash is tight. It's tight like Claudia's bob. So now I can blink and it's fine. You see that? So I put extra glue on it. Yeah, they're giving me a run for my money. today. They really are. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys. Completely folded under. Yes, honey. I said, what a day. Oh gosh, thank you guys. You guys are very kind. I appreciate y'all. So you guys are so funny. Yes, we had a Karen wig moment. I hope it wasn't looking crazy though before this. So, hey, if you're watching the replay, y'all, this is what happens. Sometimes the lash just has a mind of its own, but we're here, okay? So I appreciate y'all. Yes, had to rearrange the wig like Karen. No, I knew it was bad though, because one of y'all said, Brooke, please just stop and put it and reapply the glue, because I guess it was coming off really badly. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you all for waiting. Back to reading the Crimson Chin. Exactly. Yes, yes, yes. You said, girl, if you saw how I look now, I couldn't see it. Okay, it wasn't at this angle. You probably saw it differently. Shout out to whoever called out the lash. They're a real one. Yeah, no, yes. I had a few of y'all who said it in the beginning that I guess it was kind of coming off. Then somebody said just now, Brooke, please go reapply because it's literally falling off. So, all right. So we're back. We're back. Thank you guys. So now, Heather, where was I? Was at the part about Heather having those pictures of Meredith and her old lover, right? So, wait. Meredith says they're trying to make it a big gotcha moment. And now Meredith says, it's sad for them because I don't care. It looks bad for you guys. So now Andy says, well, let's hold off here. We'll pick back up after the break. And it's time for their lunch break. So now they're all eating lunch. We have Heather and Whitney in their dressing room eating together. Of course, they're talking about Meredith. Heather says right out the gate, Meredith is sitting there, says does not defend Lisa. Whitney says, I know. You guys look like two weirdos talking about Meredith while eating your lunch. Like, find something else to talk about. So now we see Mary, Angie, and Bronwyn together in their dressing room. They're talking about Lisa. Of course they are. Angie says, Lisa's being really strange today. She's being mean. It doesn't surprise me, though. Angie, you pulled out a prop trying to expose Lisa. How are you calling Lisa mean? And if we're being honest, Lisa has been restraining herself. She's not been so reactive. She's applied the notes at this reunion. So how is she being mean? If anything, y'all have been being mean to her, in my humble opinion. Bronwyn, you sounded really crazy when you said, yeah, she's trying to stay calm because she keeps saying that we're speaking over her, but she's notorious for speaking over other people. I said, but Bronwyn, your point doesn't land. She applied the notes. She is not speaking over you guys today, so it doesn't matter what she's done in the past. She's not speaking over you guys today. She's allowing you guys to talk. You guys keep interrupting her, and that's correct. You guys keep doing it to her. Stop doing it to her. It's like she can't win either way. You know what it really is? You're just mad that she remained calm because you want to say, okay, here you go again. Here you go again. You can't control yourself. Now that she's controlling herself, now you can't pick at that. So now you're mad that she's controlling herself. I said, Bronwyn, I'm just so upset because you had such potential and you have let me down. You are one of the worst disappointments in a long time because I really had high hopes for you, but you have fizzled out to be a weirdo. Like, it's no shade, but you are like Heather Jr. You really are. And it's sad. Yes, they wanted to have a moment with Lisa. Yes, flipping out. They did. They had their playbook. Lisa had hers, and now they're mad. Exactly. Lisa took she took the air out of their arguments. She took the wind out of their sails because they are so pissed that she's not reacting the way that they thought she would react. Angie's a nasty woman. Angie's hiding everything about her private life. Only she is Greek. If I was Greek, I would not claim her. Yeah, she's not giving us anything else. They cannot read Mrs. Barlow and nothing is landing to take her down. All the girls cannot take Mrs. Barlow takedown like they are all flopping. I agree. Yes, Bronwyn is a queen of reviewing the notes before the reunion and doing damage control. She needs to be quiet. I agree. Brownie is a flop. Bronwyn had us fooled in the beginning. I agree. Yep. They high-key need Lisa to interrupt them because the longer she lets them crow on, the more they sound like absolute idiots. Yeah, their plan to take her down has backfired severely and they are pissed. Hey, Florida Rain 6, thank you for the super chat. I might have said it before, but I find it odd how Lisa's the one responsible for the leaks, but you have weirdo fans that will dig through the trenches of hell just to find the tiniest bit of dirt on someone they don't like. Exactly. And that's why, I even said that when the episode came out about Bronwyn and her arrest, right? That account that does not like her, they took full credit for that. And let's remember, even before social media got super big during the Housewives era, the fans were still finding out Sheree's mugshot, Nene's mugshots. So this has always happened. So for them to blame this on Lisa is so ridiculous to me, because the fans will always dig and dig and dig. And Bronwyn needs to take it up with that account that cannot stand her. That account has said, baby, my dying wish is to take Bronwyn down. So she needs to take that up with that person and not Lisa. Hey, Bio Miss Flores, thank you for the super chat. Seth filed for divorce for a hot second and realized he would be a dummy to leave Meredith. Heather can't say the name. She is sick, Your Honor. Listen, baby, they were on their way to Splitsville, and now they said, let's get back together for the show or whatever. Do I think that they love each other? I do think that Seth and Meredith do love each other. They have an understanding of whatever. And I feel like the girls are mad that even if they were dating other people during that time, they found their way back and they have each other. Fans of the FBI, real talk, exactly. So, for them to blame this all on Lisa is ridiculous. So now we cut to Lisa and Meredith in their dressing room. And Lisa's like, what do you think so far? Meredith says, you know what? You're doing great. So Lisa's like, oh, like what part? Meredith says, girl, I can't answer all that, but so far, so good. You're doing a great job. And Lisa is. This has definitely been one of Lisa's best performances to date. So Lisa says, you do know that they are going to bring up the whole airplane ride. We're both going to have to back each other because we know the truth. Their math doesn't math, but ours does. So Meredith goes on to ask why they so obsessed with us is so creepy. You guys know why. You two are the cool girls of the cast and the other girls can't take it. But Meredith, I will be getting on you at the end because I like you and all, Meredith, but some ownership does need to be taken. And now you have me questioning what really happened on this plane ride, and if you did have this freak out, because now I'm second guessing, because the way you deflected in those last few minutes, I said, I don't know anymore. But I'm overhearing about it. I'm definitely overhearing about Planegate because there's no footage. But I am second guessing now the severity of how much you freaked out on that plane. Okay. All right, but we'll get to that later on. Hey, Ivan's Lyra, thank you for the super chat. Lisa rises. She's an ultimate girls trip. The network loves her and she's not going anywhere. Yeah, no, she's not going anywhere. And she's their storyline. Without Lisa on the show, they have nothing to talk about. If Lisa goes, they'll flop. So now they come back from lunch, and it is Mary's segment. Mary, Martha Cosby, during your segment, you irritated me real bad. You get away with a lot. And I'm tired of these women handling you with kid gloves. You know what? And I feel like Andy handles you with kid gloves too, and it's frustrating. But yeah, Mary, I didn't like this segment. If you're a Mary Cosby fan, feel free to leave the chat because I will be going in on her. She pissed me off bad, especially when she got into it with Lisa. And Mary's very hypocritical. Mary, for you to get on somebody about forgiveness when you hold grudges yourself, I said, girl, what? But yeah, let me not go ahead. So it's Mary's turn. Andy says that he was touched watching, he brings up her church being renovated again. He loved hearing Mary preach. Mary says, thank you. Mary's already emotional, right? So Andy says, what got you so emotional watching your segment back? Mary says, oh, now Andy brings up her son, Robert Jr. being incarcerated. So he's like, why is he in jail? Mary says he went over to his ex-wife's house. She filed for divorce and her family filed a restraining order against him. He went back to the house for some reason because he thinks that she wants him to save her. I don't know where he gets that from. It's delusional. But every time he'd go over there, they'd arrest him. And this time the police tased him. So she goes on to say that she is happy despite all of that because she's in a good place. She says, I'm not worried about him because I know that since he's in jail, he can't use drugs. At some point, I have to step back so that he can learn and make his own mistakes and make his own decisions. And unfortunately, he's learning the hard way. She goes on to say that she's okay with it. And now she starts crying. She says, I just don't want to see my kids suffer, but I'd rather him be in jail than be dead. So Andy reads that he was booked in the S.6 Metro Jail until February of this year. So Andy's like, do you contact him? Are you in contact with him? Do you go visit him in jail? Mary says, no, I can't go see him. That's a little weird. I don't want to see my child behind a glass, but she does call him every day. She says that she preaches to him on the phone. She tells him, if God allowed it, then it's for your highest good. Andy says, is it your hope that he's scared straight? And Mary says, of course. Now, I do want to ask y'all, for all the parents out there, did you think that it was weird that Mary does not see her son in jail? Like, if you were in a position like Mary's, if for all the parents, listen, again, I'm not a parent, so I can't speak on, I don't want to talk out of turn, but if your kid were in jail for whatever reason, would you go visit them? Did you think that it was, okay, you said you would see your child in jail. It's not about me, it's a support for the son. Yes. Is giving selfish. The way she explains and interacts the way she does, that explains why she reacts and interacts the way she does. You said, no, I don't. Not a parent, but my cousin went to jail and his mother could embarrassing her son in the jail. It depends on the person. It's weird. I would. You said no. No, I'm a parent. I would be embarrassed. Yes, it's weird. I went and visited my friend. I wouldn't want to see a loved one in jail. It's a different situation. I'd visit my only child. I would think her son would want her to see him regardless. That's weird. Up to a certain degree, yes. You said not a parent, but my mom always told me if I go to jail, don't call her because she's not picking up. I'm not a parent, but why are you not visiting your child? You said no, I felt bad. Neither one of his parents had visited him in jail. Yeah, I know. Finding out that Rob Sr. didn't visit him is very strange, Brooke. I could never. You said, I'm not a parent, but I would at least see them 3 to 5 times a week because what are you doing that you can't see them? Yes, it depends on what the son did. Yes, I agree. If it's for something, you know what I'm saying, the things that you can't really say on YouTube, then absolutely not. You can rot in there. But I think in this case, I am surprised that she hasn't visited. Even the Bible said that you should visit in jail. It was selfish of her. I would go see my son. Yes, unless it was a heinous crime. Oh, absolutely. Oh, I agree with that. I agree with that. You said, hey, Tiff D6878, thank you for the super chat. Mary having the ability to rationalize in her own mind to not see her only child is bizarre. I thought it was a bit strange. Hey, the perfume preppy, thank you for the super chat. Mary is a hypocrite and a poor example of a pastor. Oh, we're going to get to that. We are going to get to that because she's very hypocritical. It doesn't surprise me because she freaked out over the hospital thing. I think it's to show tough love, and she's still used to babying him, and that hasn't worked out. It's hard seeing someone you love in jail. You said she's letting the shame of the public hinder her relationship with her son. Child, it depends if it was a self-induced offense or not, in my opinion. So now Andy goes on to ask, has Robert Sr., where has he been in all of this? And I don't mean to be funny, but like, I know that Robert Sr. does not want to film anymore. That's why we don't see him on the show. But does anybody feel like he's just absent? I feel like he's an absent husband and an absent father. I don't know. I'm not believing that he's around, because the fact that he hasn't seen his son in jail, and then Mary said, yeah, he keeps asking his dad to send him a whole bunch of books because he wants to read. And I just said, okay, like that's very, yes, he gives deadbeat dad. Yes, I agree. I agree. Okay, you have me, Daniela, you have me screaming so loud. Yes, I feel that he's not involved at all. I agree. I forget he exists too. I do too. Yep, I forget that they're married too. Okay. It seems like I don't think Robert Sr. is even in Salt Lake. I remember in season 2 when Jenny was on the show, Jenny Wynn, the racist. I remember Mary had revealed that he was living in their Las Vegas home. So I get the impression that he's not in Salt Lake City, that he is in one of their other homes in another city. So, that's what I believe. But anyhow, Mary makes a joke saying that she'll send her son Robert Jr. one of Heather's books. We know that Heather is an author of Bad Mormon and I think another book. So they start laughing about that. And now Andy's like, Mary, have you read Heather's book? And Mary's like, no. And we all knew that. So now, wait, where was I? I apologize, y'all. I lost my place in my notes. So now Andy goes on to say, I'm sorry to hear about your mom passing. He goes on to ask Mary, does she have any regrets about not making amends before her mom passed? Mary says no, because we had been estranged for 20 plus years. I don't even know what it's like to have a mom anymore. So no. So now Andy brings up the TLC documentary, and TLC, y'all better answer, because the fact that you used my voice in that documentary without my permission, I need an answer, because I've reached out and it's been no answer. So you can't avoid everybody forever, because that's unacceptable. You can't do that. But then again, though, you guys are the same network that only pays people $1,000 per episode and a free and a gas card. So I'm not surprised. You guys pay folks those Mona Scott Young wages. So no surprise here that you guys would do that. But okay. Yes, honey, give me my 28,000. Exactly, Jameer. All right. So now Andy says, your sister is participating in the documentary. The trailer alleges that your kink is money. Your congregation sees you as God. So Mary turns to Whitney and says, yeah, you said that about me in season 2. They played the clip of Whitney saying that they do think of Mary as God. So now Mary says that seeing this trailer hurt her, but she's been through a lot. She's tough. And she brings up the fans defending her. And she says that she's thankful for the fans. So she says that we'll see the truth. So now Andy goes on to ask Whitney and Lisa, how do they feel about the comments about Mary's church being a cult and all this resurfacing? So Whitney says she stands on the side of glad to see folks supporting Mary. Lisa says, this is old news. I wish this weren't coming out. So Mary says, it's sad because they've been saying it since my church opened, since my grandmother had the church. And Andy's like, well, why do you think that's the case? Mary says, I think it's because the rules are different in our church. They're not used to seeing a Pentecostal Black church in Utah. So maybe that's what it is. So now Andy pivots and brings up the Church of Satan, denying that Lisa sent them cases of Vita tequila. Lisa, that threw me too. That comment you made about sending them tequila. I said, girl, what? So Lisa says, well, I'll have to pull out the tax donation slip because I did send the Church of Satan tequila. So Andy's like, you really did that? Even Meredith says, girl, what? I thought you were just joking. So Lisa says, no, I sent them 2 cases. It was a while ago. So Andy says, not to sound like a Mormon, but is there really a Church of Satan? And they say yes. So now Bronwyn says that it's actually 2 things. One is a political group that focuses on women's rights, and the other is an actual Church of Satan. Lisa says, yes, what Bronwyn is saying is true. And Lisa says, I didn't ask any questions. I just said, send me the address, and the case of Vita Tequila will be there. Brittany's like, what's the belief system with the Church of Satanism? Heather says that there's no afterlife. So now they start joking around about what would Jesus do. Lisa says Jesus would send them the tequila and say good luck. I said, I said, girl, y'all all sound ridiculous. I mean, y'all all need to stop. I said, okay, girl, if you say so. I said, don't include Jesus in that kind of foolishness. Yes, whatever that means. You said you're with Lisa and send the check. You got it. Yes, honey. Whatever. Yeah, girl, we've lost the plots. Okay. Yes, honey. Whatever that means. Okay. So now Andy asks Mary, what does she think of Brittany calling her the least Christ-like? Mary says she didn't like that. Brittany says, yeah, I wouldn't like hearing that either. But when I said that you weren't Christ-like, I was sorry, but you had to understand you were being really mean to me. So Mary says, what? And you're not mean? Mary, you have a hard time taking ownership. I cannot stand when folks flip it back on you. If I told you that you hurt my feelings or that you treated me poorly, it's not the time for you to say, well, you haven't done that. Nobody's denying that they don't have their flaws too. We all have our flaws. We all have our things. But right now, we're talking about you. You get on Brittany a lot. Again, I don't see it for Brittany. I don't care for Brittany, but two things can be true at the same time. Brittany is irritating, has a lot of issues. She's a deadbeat mother, but Mary is mean to her, period. And Mary, we're not going to sit here and act like you're the most Christ-like person. I forget that you're a pastor. I really do. And I think it's interesting that as a pastor, you want to be famous. I think that it's kind of weird to me, in my opinion. It's one thing to be a pastor who becomes famous. It's another thing for a pastor to seek out fame. It's a little bit weird to me. No shade. No shade. Just own it. Mary, you're the same person who calls somebody inbred. You didn't want to apologize for saying that. You have an issue with taking ownership. And I need you to stop acting like you're the big peacemaker, big mediator who wants to get them to take ownership. You need to start with yourself. You could be very nasty. You're very cold. You could be very just mean for no reason. And you say things that are out of pocket and you think that it's a joke, and it's not a joke. Just own it and say, you know what, Brittany, you're right. You told Brittany you're not cute, you're not cool, you're not funny. It's like, girl, who are you talking to? That's not Christ-like. I'm just saying, Mary, let's call a thing a thing. You don't give me Christ-like. There are a lot of religious people. Being religious does not mean that you're Christ-like. Those are two different things. If you really have the love of the Lord in your heart, you would be a kind person. It would radiate out of you, in my opinion. We have a lot of religious people who do not have the love of God in them. I'm serious. Because if you have Jesus in your heart, you're not mean, you're not cold, you're not condescending. You don't have a piss poor attitude. You have a love and a light that radiates, and I don't see a love or a light from you. It's no shade. It's no shade. There are a lot of people who don't go to church and, they don't, I don't want to say follow the rules, but you have a lot of people who are religious and follow the rules, and I don't see the love of God in them. Versus somebody who might curse or have a drink or fornicate, and they have more Jesus in them than the person who goes to church every Sunday. It's no shade, but girl, you don't give me the love of Christ. When I see you on my screen, I don't get the love of Christ from you. I don't get that. I don't see that light in your eyes. I don't see, you don't have it. It's no shade. It's no shade. And we have too many people who are going to church and think that because they go to church that they have Christ, and that's not the truth. There are folks who go to church every Sunday who are still going to hell. It's no shade. It's no shade. And not to turn this into a whole religious thing, but as somebody who did grow up Christian, I'm just saying, I feel like when folks see me and meet me, they feel a love. It radiates. I don't see that from her. I just see a religious person. I don't see Someone who has Christ in them, period. What it doesn't do any good to know scripture and you don't sin. Well, no, we all sin, but you don't fornicate, you don't drink, you dress modestly, but yet you don't have the love of God in you. That doesn't mean anything. What is it all for? Again, I don't mean to get off topic. I'm sorry. It bothers me how people feel like because they're religious that they're Christ-like, and they're two different things. Period. Girl, and they want to condemn somebody who, doesn't dress modestly, or they curse, or they drink, and they want to say that they're going to hell. But meanwhile, they're the ones who are going there because they don't have the love of God in their heart. So it's not about what you do. It's about, do you have the love of God in you? And I don't see let me just, yes, very much Pharisee, very much Pharisee. Okay. Folks are doing all that, and your people are jealous hearted, judgmental. You have folks who are so religious, but if their neighbor or their loved one needs help, some monetary help, they won't give their friend or loved one some money. So that's you have the love of God in you, but you won't help your neighbor. You won't help a homeless person. You won't help somebody who needs help. But you're a Christian. Like I'm not here for it. Give me the person who curses and shows some skin any day, but has the love of God in them, than somebody who's dresses modestly and doesn't do X, Y, and Z, but yet they're mean and hateful, and I don't see love of God in them. Period. But let me just get off of that. Let me get off of that. Okay. Yeah, calling her congregation poor because they didn't give her enough gifts. I remember that. So yes, the whole thing about shout out to the churches that wouldn't give that girl the baby formula. Yes, on TikTok, that woman did an experiment pretending that she couldn't afford baby formula for her baby, and she called up, I think, 50 churches. Only 2 of the churches gave money. Only 2 of the churches. There were 2, yeah. So it's just like, religion is one thing. Having a relationship with God, that trumps religion any day, because there are too many folks who they don't have the love of God in them, but they go to church every day. So let me just let me get off of that. We'll be here all day. We will be here all day. But yeah, Mary, Brittany, if I were you, I would not have taken that back. I would say, yes, girl, I don't see the love of God in you because you're not nice. You're not welcoming. You're not friendly. Jesus was friendly. He was hanging out with anybody. Okay. So, girl, she's so aloof and so cold, but yet you're mad that she clocked you by not being Christ-like. Got it. All right. Okay. Yeah, Brittany should have stood on business because I know I would have. All right. So let me get off of that. But yes, they do walk on eggshells with Mary, and it's very annoying. It's aggravating. So now, where was I? Mary and Brittany go back and forth about Mary being called the least Christ-like. And Brittany goes on to say, no, Mary says, you pretend that you're nice and you're not nice. Again, Mary, you can't take ownership. So Brittany says, look, you said that I wasn't cute. Like, is that Christ-like? So Mary's like, you know what? She's a hot mess, Annie. Let's move on. She's a hot mess. I said, Mary, you can't own it when you're wrong. Just say I was wrong for saying that. And Mary, girl, if they had gotten on you, like, I'm sure you weren't happy when folks got on you season 1 about those shiny wigs and those crazy outfits you had on. Like, I just feel like you have no right to be like, I can't stand it. And yes, I know that Brittany is annoying, but I don't like how they pile on her because they know that she can't really stand up for herself. Like, it's very aggravating to me. I don't know. Mary really pissed me off during her segment. So Mary again is like, Andy, let's move on. This girl's a hot mess. She's a hot mess. Just dismissing her, waving her away. That was so rude to me because if they did that to her, she would be screaming and hollering about how don't do that to her. I can't stand that. So now Mary says, did I just say that out the blue? Brittany says, well, sometimes you do say things like that are rude. So now Andy reads a viewer tweet about Mary being right about Meredith not sticking up for Lisa on the yacht trip. So Meredith says, well, I'm her friend. I never read the whole lawsuit. I just heard from her about it. I couldn't combat what they were saying on the RV trip about the lawsuit because I didn't know anything. So Lisa says, Meredith and I are great friends, and I don't think that. So Mary interrupts and says, well, now you guys are friends. So now Lisa says, what did you just say, Mary? Now, Lisa, I was here for you actually going back and forth with Mary in this moment because nobody ever does. So Mary says, I said, now you guys are good friends. Lisa says, no, we were always good friends. We had a fallout for a minute, but that's it. We've always been good friends. So now Mary brings up the hot mic moment in season 2. And she says, oh, so you guys were friends and you called her a whore who slept with half of New York? So they're all shocked. Mary, you wanted a moment. You wanted a moment. This came out of left field. It felt like you wanted to snap on somebody because you were in a pissed off mood for whatever reason. I think that Mary is the definition of moody. Mary blows with the wind. You never know where you stand with her. 1 minute you guys are good, having a good time, meeting up for lunch. You think that you're friends with her. The next minute, she woke up on the wrong side of the bed and now she can't stand you. I can't, girl, we're too grown for you to be this moody. Like, I don't need to be wondering where I stand with you. Either you like me or you don't like me. But all this, one day I like you, the next minute I don't like you because, it's raining outside, so now I can't stand you. Baby, you need help. You are almost 60 years old, baby. You need help. Because nobody has time to decipher your moods. I'm not doing it. I'm not. I'm just, oh my gosh. Yes, she is the risky friend. I agree. So now, and also if I were Lisa, I wish you would have said, baby, you want to bring up my hot mic moment, but let's talk about how you called Heather inbred. You called Heather inbred in season 2. Let's not forget that. And you and Heather are now friends. So the same way Heather forgave you and you guys have moved on, me and Meredith moved on. So why, if you want to bring up old stuff, let's bring it up then. Because again, I'm confused as to why you want to bring up what I said, but yet skate over what you've said. And Mary gets very nasty. It's just so annoying. And also, I was annoyed with Andy and Meredith because they both dropped the ball. Why didn't anybody address how Mary snapped on Meredith when they were in Canouan? When they were on the beach and Mary said, Meredith, you're a snooze fest. You're boring. Get out of my face. I can't stand you. Go away. Like, why don't we address that? That was so nasty to say to snap on your friend for no reason like that. That's weird. They let her get away with so much, and it's annoying to me. It's just so frustrating. You said who's almost 60? Mary's 55, I believe, correct? It's so weird to me. Like, Mary has the nastiest mood swings, but yet she wants to bring up other people when they say something. Let's talk about what you've said and done to people. So now, Lisa and Mary are going at it, and Lisa says, do you want to go down the list of what everybody else has called Meredith? Mary says no. Lisa says, I just don't know why you guys are so fixated on mine because I'm so effing sick of hearing the same, and she uses the Lord's name in vain. I'm so tired of hearing the same damn thing on repeat. So Mary's like, please don't say the Lord's name in vain. Like, please don't do that. So Lisa says, I'm saying it because I'm frustrated. So now Lisa's like, why do you want to go back to that moment? So now Andy jumps in and says, because it was significant. The fact that it took you guys 2 years to be able to be back friends again. It was a lot. So Lisa and Meredith both say, but it was almost 4 or 5 years ago. We've moved on from it. That everybody needs to move on. Well, Andy says, as a viewer, it permeates my thoughts when I watch the two of you. I'm going to tell y'all this. When I look at Lisa and Meredith, that's not my dominant thought because they were friends for so long before that moment happened. And the fact that it has been years since that moment, I'm like, I've moved on. We've seen worse. We've heard worse. if Candy could forgive Portia for, Portia and Phaedra relying on her, if, we've seen a lot worse on Housewives, right? And people have moved on. Wendy got hit upside her head on Potomac season 7, and she was back cool with Mia 3 episodes later, showing her cat to Mia. So it's just like, we've seen worse, and folks have moved on from that. So if that's not my dominant thought when I see Lisa and Meredith, in my opinion. Okay. And they've even said that they now have a new friendship after that happened. So it's not the exact same, like one of you guys stated. So, again, and also I feel like Mary has said nasty things too. Calling somebody inbred, I think that's worse than saying that somebody's a whore who effed half of Manhattan. Like, I'll take that over being called, like, in my opinion, I think inbred is horrible. So now, wait, you said what? You said, yes, Candy will never forgive Phaedra, but she forgave Portia, though. She forgave Portia because Portia was in on that too. You said Mary was projecting. Wait, oh, you thought Mary was the oldest, but finding out that Brittany and Meredith are older shocked me. Oh, they are? Why did I think Mary was the oldest? So now, Meredith says, the funny part is everybody here has repeatedly called me a grudge holder, but yet nobody can understand why I moved on with Lisa. It's hypocritical. So Andy says, well, it's great that you guys have moved on, but I do marvel at it. So now Andy goes on to ask Lisa, were you surprised that Mary had your back? She took your side. So before Lisa can answer, Mary interrupts her and says, Lisa doesn't even care. Lisa only cares. Lisa's all about Lisa. She doesn't even know what you're talking about. I said, Mary, let Lisa talk. He asked her a question. Why are you jumping and speaking for her? And that was so rude to say, Lisa's all about Lisa. Mary, you're not self-absorbed too? Mary is just as self-centered as anybody else on that cast. So for her to say that Lisa is all about her, well, so are you. You're all about yourself. And according to your parishioners at the church, you're all about yourself and you're all about the money. So, girl, how dare you? I was so annoyed by that. Like, let Lisa speak. So now Lisa's annoyed, and you have Angie and Heather laughing. Angie says, oh, yeah, she looks confused. So now Lisa says, no, I know what you're talking about. And yes, she said right now, I was happy that Mary had my back, but right now I'm marveling at what you're saying right now, Mary. So now Mary says, Andy asked you a question. Can you answer him? I said, yeah, he did ask her a question and you jumped in and answered for her, shading her. So now she wants to get back at you as she should. Mary, I'm telling you right now, I need them to get somebody who's not afraid to get on you because you've been sliding now for years. The way you talk to folks is crazy. And you know good and well that if you were on another franchise, you would never make it on another franchise. Never, never. I would love to see you with this attitude with another housewife. You'd be quiet as a church mouse. I can't stand how they allow you to just run off at the mouth. You're just so nasty. She is out of line, and I can't stand it. I really can't. You said you feel vindicated for not liking Mary even when she came back. Well, yeah, you were right, honey. I thought she had changed, and boy, was I wrong. I was deceived. So now Lisa says, I don't need you to tell me what to do right now. I'm being thoughtful and pragmatic about what I'm saying. So Mary says, you talk a lot about nothing. I said, girl, and you do too. And you do too. And Mary, you should be happy nobody says sometimes your grammar is a bit off. Because sometimes you'll hear Mary say, no, you wasn't, or she'll say the words, mispronounce the words, and nobody gets on her about that. And I'll let it slide too, because I don't want to seem petty. But I'm like, girl, people could be petty and talk about your pronunciation and how you can't, you'll say wasn't instead of weren't. So I said, girl, they treat you with kid gloves. I said, girl, you talk a lot about nothing. A lot of times it's nothing but just rambling. Mary, you really tried me during your segment. Mary's grammar is giving, where is the education? Listen, listen. Yes, it's a lot off. She didn't know, honey, she was not paying attention in school. She was not paying attention in class. Her head was up in the clouds. Child, listen. And one of y'all made a good point just now in the chat. Mary, I think it's rich for you to come after Lisa about anything when allegedly last season they cut the scene out because you and Lisa got into it during that camping trip that Angie hosted. And allegedly you called Lisa's son a slur, like that word that you say when somebody, allegedly you called her son that. So you're lucky that it's not gotten brought up. I'm just saying, Mary, you say a lot of nasty things and they let you slide. They take it easy on you. So, yes, she said that word. Yes. So I'm just, they cut that scene out. Yes, she called, yep, she called Robert and she called a mess. So, a hot mess. So I think that it's crazy that Mary has a lot to say when she has said a lot of herself. Mary's fans behave like Mary herd mentality. They know it's a lose if they confront her. Child. So now Lisa says again, you should be happy that I'm being thoughtful and pragmatic about what I'm saying. Mary says, I'm not happy about anything when it comes to you, Lisa. Lisa is shocked. She says, this is so out of left field, Mary. I don't know what's going on. This is wild. Again, I was confused too, because when this season first started, when I saw you guys it was Meredith, Lisa, and Mary at the premiere party. Mary and Lisa were holding hands. Mary was saying how much she likes Lisa, how they're good. They're on a good page. So to see this 180 where she says, I can't say anything about you, like, where's this coming from? It's all very bizarre. And once again, I don't have time for grown adults who don't know how they feel about me. It can't be where one day you like me, the next day you can't stand me, you never like me. It's like, where did this come from? Mary is very moody. She blows like the wind. Her mood changes with the weather. If it's sunny outside, she likes you. If it's raining outside, she can't stand you. And nobody has time for that. I know I don't. It's crazy. It's really crazy to me. So Lisa says again, this is wild. So Andy's like, Lisa, did you know that Mary took your side? How did you feel? Lisa says, yes, I was grateful. And I explained that to Mary. I was happy that she had my back. She says, Mary and I have talked numerous times. I've talked to Mary. I've apologized. She does not move forward and takes us back. So Mary says, no, you don't move forward. Are you serious? Again, Mary cannot take ownership of anything. Whenever you call her out, she flips it back on you. And I can't stand that. So now Lisa says, Mary, I do move forward. And that I think, and that is true. Mary brings up season 2 again when Lisa said that, when Lisa told Whitney that her church was a cult, she said, did you forget that? I said, Mary, you're not that bright. You're accusing Lisa of holding a grudge and not moving forward, but in the same breath, you're bringing up the past and not moving forward. Bringing up how Lisa called your church a cult 4 years ago. That's the same thing. What are we saying here? I said, does Mary hear herself? And Mary thinks that she's bright. Heather put a battery in Mary's back. She did. Child. I mean, I said, Mary has lost it. And I was waiting for Lisa to say, you're bringing us back by talking about season 2. So Lisa says, girl, I move forward. No, Mary says, you're the worst person when it comes to forgiving. You remember everything and you dwell on it and you get mad all over again. Then you tell the press. You're a BravoCon talking about Bronwyn. You live in a negative train and I want to help you out. Lisa says, I don't need your help. Mary says, well, you need help. She says that Lisa's very dark. Mary, I'm going to say this as respectfully as I can. Mary, I don't think that you're the right person to say that somebody dwells in the negative and that somebody needs help. Never mind. I was going to say something. I'm going to be quiet. I'm not even going to say it. I feel like you know what I'm trying to. Yes, I agree. I feel like a lot of y'all know what I'm getting at, but I'm gonna just leave it. I'm gonna just leave it there. Mary, you are the worst person when it comes to forgiving because you dwell on stuff the same way you just did right now. You dwell on stuff all the time and you get mad all over again. So for you to say that about Lisa is rich. Yeah, we see each other. Yeah, I feel like yep. Let's leave it at yes, honey. Let's leave it on. Listen, let me just, I'm not even going to say it's not worth, yes. It's not worth saying, but yes, you're right. We see each other. You know, let me take my own advice. You don't need to say everything that comes to your mind. So I'm gonna just leave it there. But Mary, is rich coming from you about somebody being a dark energy and needing help? I'm gonna just leave it there. So Mary says, Andy said, no, Lisa says, why are you attacking me? Mary says, I'm not attacking you. Yes, you are. Again, you can't own up to anything. And I'm waiting for the day that somebody checks you and reads you for filth because I'm tired of your attitude, Mary. I really am. So Andy says, you just told her that you were dark. She's like, well, that's my opinion, Andy. No, we're throwing out the word opinion a bit too loosely. Sometimes your opinion is just mean. It does not need to be said. The same way I refrain from saying what I really wanted to say about this whole thing. Because it's your opinion does not mean that it needs to be said. There are some times where you just have to be quiet and not say it. Or you say it when you get home and you say it, on the phone with your mom or your sister or whoever. Everything does not need to be said out loud, period. You didn't Mary hides behind, well, that was my opinion to say rude stuff. Sometimes your opinion needs to be in your head. Shut your mouth. Yes, they do. It's time and place. Exactly. People misinterpret. Yep, they do. They sure do, honey. I'm so tired of it. This is going to be a soundbite for a lifetime. Oh, you think? Well, they better not. They better not, because they better not. You said TLC is lurking. Yes, honey. Kitchen table talk. Exactly. Not everything needs to be said. Exactly. Okay. So Mary says, Lisa says, look, I'm resolved. I'm good. I don't need to resolve anything with Mary. I said what I said. It's fine. I feel like Mary was upset that Lisa did talk back to her. She wasn't here for it. Lisa, you could have gone a lot harder on Mary, in my opinion, but I'm happy that you didn't just sit there and take her nonsense. Because Mary, you were on some BS and you made no sense. So now it's time for a plane gate. I want to ask y'all. I want to be respectful of everybody's time. Do y'all want me to breeze through plane gate this whole segment, or do you want me to talk or really talk about each thing that happened? Because I'm just I am so over this, y'all. I am so over it. Yes, Lisa was too caught off guard to really get her together. I agree. Mary thinks she deserves silence and allegiance. She does. We can't take any more. You said Mary made a doll out of Lisa that night. Yeah, you said breeze through, go deep. Please skip it. Breeze. I'm still stuck on playing gate. You said I'm over it. You're just laughing. You said just breeze it. I'm so sick of playing gate. You could skip it, child. Okay, I feel like skipping it because I'm just so tired, child. If you got notes, let's hear it. I know you said, honey, you said I got my snacks, I got my wine. I'm here. I'm here for a long time. You said you got all the time in the world. I am screaming. I know that's right. Okay. Breeze through. Well, I am going live on I'm going live at 6. So you'll see me again. You'll see me in an hour and a half. Okay. Yes, honey. Baby, they told me no, baby. They said, honey, I'm here for the whole entire thing. Don't skip anything. You said you got your snacks during the break. I'm screaming. Talk how you normally would. I'm screaming. You said no, girl. Now wait, hold on. Baby, I'm running out of steam. I'm not going to hold you. I'm running out of steam, honey. I'm ready to talk about the next live. My mind's on the next live. So I'm over it. And y'all are saying, girl, do your job. You said, girl, do your job. Don't be lazy, honey. Just talk about the whole thing. Oh my gosh. You are so funny. Okay, you said, let's hear it. All right, so we're on Plane Gate. Now I have a theory. There's a part of me that's not believing that there's no footage. I believe that there is footage, and they were told not to share it, to scrap it all, to protect the network and protect Meredith. That's what this is giving me, because I don't believe for a minute that nobody on that plane took a video or a recording of something. In my opinion, it's giving that Andy scared the hell out of them and he's playing along. I believe that there is footage. Okay. You said Meredith paid for it. I could see that. Yeah, everybody has cameras on their phone. Yes. Okay, so we all believe it. So now Andy says, first things first, I want to ask Meredith and Britani, where do you guys stand today? They both say we don't. Meredith says, yes, it's nothing. So now Andy reads a viewer question asking Britani, why would she bring up that TikTok about Seth's alleged infidelity on the show? Britani says, great question. It's important to always tell and be a girl's girl. Now, Britani, you know good and well that was not being a girl's girl. You were being messy. You wanted to get back at Meredith after her picking on you, throwing that water on you. Like, just say it with your chest, girl. You were pissed. No, she threw that water on you after you told her. But either way, you don't like Meredith. She doesn't like you. You did it to be petty, okay? And listen, y'all, if you know a little bit about relationships, other people's relationships, then you know that if somebody is cheating on somebody, keep your mouth shut. 9 times out of 10, they're going to still stay together and they'll both be mad at you. So keep your mouth shut, okay? All right? Yes, it was messy. Just own it. What happened? Wait, what is going on? Oh, somebody was saying that I was elitist to defend elitism and delusion, and they can't watch me. Oh, thank you. Oh, you blocked him. Thank you, Jameer. Child, people starting already. Oh gosh. It's so weird how people will want to watch you and then they get mad at your opinions. Yes, honey, God, whatever that means, see yourself out. Exactly. God bless us. All I got. Okay. So anyhow, we're not even at the 2 hour mark, child. I know people already going crazy. We're not even at 2 hours. Yeah, they're consistent, honey. They sure are. So now she says, I did it because you were calling me an alcoholic. Meredith goes on to ask, I just asked you a question. So now Britani says, well, I admitted at least bringing up the TikTok that it was shady. You still have not admitted to me that what you've done to me is wrong. So she says, all you said was, I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings, which was the dumbest apology I've ever heard in my life. Lisa whispers she's leaving a lot out. So now Andy goes on to ask if anybody believed the TikTok about Seth cheating. Britani says yes. They all say no. So now Britani says, look, I shouldn't have said it in the group. Meredith says your intention was to hurt me. Bronwyn says, I mean, a lot of times marriages get brought up in this group. The intention is never nice, but the rest of us don't flip out. My marriage has been talked about a lot. And you said you knew firsthand that my husband was cheating on me, and I didn't throw ish. I didn't bully anybody or lose my mind, allegedly. Now, Meredith, let me just stop you right here, hon. You said you've never flipped out about your marriage being talked about. That's not true at all. The way you cursed Lisa out every chance you got this season, saying, keep my husband's name out your mouth, don't talk about my husband or our families, you got mad. Lisa called your husband a dirty old man. You sitting up there crying. When they brought up you talking about you had an open marriage or you wanted to open it up, and you lied about it on the trip in Greece, and you snapped at them about it. Like, you have gotten mad. You've gotten pissed off about it. Like, what are you talking about? Bronwyn is always crying about them talking about her marriage. Yeah, she got heated over the... Yes, she was pissed off about the whole farting and making out story. Called him a gas bag. That wasn't Bronwyn, child. That was AI. Bronwyn, please. Yeah, she's delusional. So now Meredith says, I didn't bully anybody. So now Andy says, by the way, Britani, when you were on Watch What Happens Live the other day, you said that you had proof that Seth was unfaithful. They played the clip of her in the clubhouse saying that she had some additional tea. Britani says, yeah, I do. So Meredith is pissed. So now Andy's like, okay, well, what's the tea? Of course, Britani's stuttering. She says, well, I don't have proof that will hold up in court, but it's hearsay. Somebody told Seth, I think Seth told somebody that's close to me that told me. So now Meredith starts laughing. She says, let's call my husband up. So now she FaceTimes Seth. Lisa takes the phone out her hands. She's like, hey, Seth, so here's the deal. Listen to this. Britani's saying that you told Jared that you have 2 girlfriends on the side. So now you have Heather saying, why isn't Meredith talking to her own husband? Why does Lisa have the phone? Why is she talking to Seth? I said, Heather, be quiet. Like, please be quiet, girl. Why are you so pressed? Heather, I forgot that you were there. Like whatever Lisa and Meredith do, you just have something to say about it. Like, you need help. So now you have Mary saying, Meredith, take him off the phone. They can't handle this, but we can. They have a harder time with this, meaning the husbands can't handle this. So now Meredith goes on to ask Seth if he has a hard time hearing these rumors that he's cheating on her. Seth says no. He says it's just as real as the Tooth Fairy or the Easter Bunny or Santa. So now he says it's not my fault that people are infatuated with you. Then they both say I love you, and now the call is over. So Lisa says, well, you want to talk about husbands? Let's talk about other things, like how Jared said that Todd goes to Dubai. So Britani's like, oh my gosh, really, Lisa? So now Bronwyn says, well, yeah, I heard that you told Britani that he needs to say that on camera. So we see a clip of when they were at Amy's party where Bronwyn read Lisa, and we see some unseen footage of where Lisa's talking to Jared, and she says, tell me what you said about Todd going to Dubai. So she keeps pressing him. Jared's like, I want to say a controversy. I want to talk about it. And Lisa keeps asking, where did you say that Todd goes? Now, do I think that Todd has been cheating on Bronwyn? Yes, I do. Okay, I sure do. Do I think that Lisa was being messy? Do I think that she obviously did want Jared to say it to embarrass Bronwyn on camera? Oh, absolutely. But Bronwyn, girl, that man was cheating on you all left and right, okay? So now, Andy reads another viewer question for Britani asking, can she see why saying Meredith was throwing up last year and now coming for her husband and then saying that she has seizures, how that could be triggering for Meredith? Can you own that? Britani says, sure, but I didn't say that she has seizures. I was just saying that my daughter Olivia had seizures when she was little, and she starts imitating how Meredith talks when she's mad. And she says that it's just triggering seeing Meredith talk like that, knowing that my daughter has seizures. She says it was a horrible joke. Like, I regret saying it. I'm sorry. Andy brings up Meredith and Bronwyn throwing Britani's toy unicorn in the water when they were in Canouan. Bronwyn says, looking back on it, it was mean, it was stupid. And girl, it was stupid and mean because had somebody touched your things, you would have been screaming and hollering. And my thing is this: if you don't like somebody, that's okay. But to touch their stuff and throw it overboard, that's unacceptable. And Bronwyn, you can get beat up over stuff like that because that's a violation. Don't touch my stuff. Do not touch my stuff. Don't touch my purse. Don't touch my wallet. Don't touch my suitcase. Don't touch my pillow. Don't touch my toothbrush. Don't touch anything of mine, especially if you don't like me. And you were out of order for that. Okay. I was that was really messed up. You and Meredith both look really bad doing that. So now, Andy goes on to say that the number one question that they've been getting is why didn't anybody pick up their phone and record Meredith having her meltdown on the plane? Andy says, I have a theory. Heather says, I have a theory as well. She says, Whitney said in the dressing room, her biggest regret was not picking up the phone and recording. And I said to her, what kind of piece of shit person would pick it up their phone to record? Like, who does that? I love how Meredith said, you see how your cousin is calling you a piece of shit? I was here for it. Whitney looked so stupid on the end of that couch. I said, now, Whitney, imagine going so hard with your cousin. Both of y'all are up to no good, plotting and planning. And here she is calling you a piece of shit. Like, that's very embarrassing. And I would have cursed her out because, girl, excuse me, Heather, for you to act like you're so pious and such a good person, like, oh, who would do that? You know good and well that you guys had those phones up and out and you did record something. This whole thing of who would do such a thing, you would, because you're messy. Meredith, oh baby, Meredith clocked her so good. Yes, I loved it. Meredith, baby, she got them both. Oh, is there another troll in here? Let him get him out. Get him out. Wait, what happened? Who's in here? What did they say? What are they saying? Child. They do have footage. Y'all just Jameer, just get the troll out. Get the troll out. Yes, Heather is a nasty snake. Heather really threw Wit under the bus. I don't know how I'm getting trolls when I have set the permissions. I've set the new subscribers only, where you've had to have been a subscriber for a certain amount of time. So I'm surprised that we're getting trolls. Again, I'm confused as to how you think that makes sense to watch me for a number of months to be able to comment, and you want to comment some craziness. That's very embarrassing. What? Child. Well, Jameer, they need help. They need help, Jameer. Jameer is nothing but jealousy, Jameer. They sitting up there wishing they could be a moderator. It's nothing but, that's not true at all. Listen, it's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. This is just so dumb. They're up here wanting to be a moderator, I guess. Like that, like it's embarrassing. They don't know what they're talking about. They sound ridiculous. And if at any time you don't want to do it, you don't like this is just so silly. It's always at the 2-hour mark. The devil is busy, honey. Exactly. It's very strange and jealous behavior. Just ridiculous. This is just so stupid. This is ridiculous. It's like they can't get anyone in their lives. Exactly. That's a lot of energy. Child, let me get my cigar, okay? Honey, they mad. Jameer got haters, child. I'm telling you. Just it's very much weirdo behavior. Mary was mad you were talking about her. Child. Just it is very sad. I'm gonna have to email somebody over at YouTube because I have everything up like really strict. I've made the time. You've had to have been subscribed now for a good amount of time to be able to comment now. So this person must have been waiting in the wings to just say something crazy. They've been here for a while, and they've been, I guess, hate watching. Because I mean, just ridiculous. So, baby, the Jameer got haters, child. You said it's not trolls per se. It's people getting mad that you're defending Lisa and Meredith, even though you're being fair and also holding them accountable. They said crazy things about Jameer too. This is wild. Child, this is ridiculous. Just means you're doing everything right. No, it's true. Baby, Jameer got haters, honey. Jameer said if you ain't got haters, you ain't popping. Jameer over here, Jameer got haters. Jameer, child, you made it, Jameer. You made it. You get them going, Brooke. Okay? Biting their tongue, a true hater. Very much that. Very much that. Very much that, honey. Okay? YouTube is acting a fool, girl. Yeah, because I have it. So you've had to been subscribed since at least November to be able to comment. So that's like what, 2 or 3 months. So the fact that people are slipping in is very weird to me. I have it set. I have everything that I've made the restrictions so strict because that you can do basic, moderate, strict when it comes to for moderating, and I put it on strict. So the fact that people are being able to slip in is very weird to me. So I might have to put it on. I might have to say you've had to been subscribed now for like 6 months to a year. If we keep getting more trolls coming in the cracks, I might have to up it and make it even stricter. So a mess, child, a hot mess. Oh, thank you. You're very sweet. Thank you. I noticed you put it in your comments too. Yes, I put it in the comments too. So the comment section, if you watch the replay, you can't just comment if you've been here for a short amount of time. So, oh yeah, I think I need to talk to YouTube because YouTube gets weird. You'll put in all these restrictions and they'll still let people slip through the cracks. So I don't know. Child. Let's just keep going, okay? Because remember last year? No, not last year. Remember last week? YouTube was playing with me when we had Potomac. For the last Potomac episode, I had everything right, and then people who had been subscribed for they said only an hour were able to come in, and that's why we had so much confusion in that live. So YouTube has been acting really funny. You'll set the restrictions, and then they'll still kind of do their own thing. I don't know what's going on, so I need to talk to somebody about this because if I'm setting it for a certain amount of time, I don't know how folks are getting in for only being on an hour. It's weird. So I don't know what's going on. It might be a glitch in the system. YouTube is losing the grips around subscribers and live. That has to be it. That has to be it. So, because it's weird. I'm screaming. Yes, they need that too. But they're not getting that because nobody wants them. You said you want haters. They sending their own bots in, child. Jameer, get YouTube. Oh, you said, hi, Brooke, I've been watching you for years. I just subscribed last week. Now, how you been watching me for years, but just subscribed last week? What you mean you just subscribed last week, but you been watching me for years? Now, that don't make no sense. I'm happy you're here, but child, that don't make no sense. You watch me for years and just subscribe, and subscribing is free. It don't cost anything to subscribe. The message I got was that you had to be subscribed for 7 days before you can comment. They said 7. Okay, they have a glitch because I put it for November. Child, honey. Child. You said you've been here years, but just now subscribing. That doesn't make any sense. No, we gotta listen. Okay, now I forgive you and all. But that don't make no sense now, child. Now I gotta get on you, okay? Now I gotta get on you. Oh my gosh, you have me scream. Well, thank you for letting me know that though. That is good to know. I have to email YouTube because I have it set for if you haven't been here since November, it should not be saying a week. It should be saying but yeah, no, but child, but why? So how long you been watching me? Since 2022, 2023, you just now. So when you saw the subscribe button just sitting there, you were clicking all around it. So when you saw the subscribe button just sitting there, you just gonna click all around it, and then you finally, child, child. So, child, you saw that subscribe button, and you did this, you did that Stevie Wonder. You had Oh, we listen. You've been watching for years, so you know that I'm very silly and we joke around a lot. But welcome, it's finally official, child. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh, you guys are so funny. Oh gosh! If you change the parameters. Oh gosh, y'all are so funny. Okay, you said let them live, child. Listen, no, we have a good time. Well, you know it. We have a good time. Love you, Brooke. I hate you have to deal with these trolls every live. It's not fair to you. No, I understand. It's not fair to me, child. You said finally, honey. This is like the men who are dating women that they don't, dating women for years and years and years and years and years and years and years, and they finally give them a ring, child, after 20 years. Mm-hmm. Child, yeah, honey, that subscribe button is a new inside joke, honey. You were watching with binoculars, honey. So every time I popped up, you were just watching. So you hit every button but subscribe. Oh my gosh, y'all are so funny. Okay. Oh, you said they subscribe because it's cuffing season. Oh my gosh. She says it's probationary period. Yeah, okay. Only watching for 3 years, watching me for 3 years, unsubscribed. Now you know that don't make no sense. Oh, you said, were you liking the videos? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I am screaming. Y'all are so funny. You said you have commitment issues. I had to check it out. Oh, please. Oh my gosh, honey. She wasn't ready to commit yet. You weren't ready to commit, honey. Oh, so this was casual. It was a casual thing. Child is giving situationship, a mess. It was giving temp. It was giving temp to direct hire. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you said, did you watch all the way through? Watching the video and the lives, honey, watching all the 3-hour lives, having a good old time, kicking your feet up, eating your snacks, drinking your wine, and still wouldn't hit subscribe. Now you know. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Yeah, and you know, and knows all the lore, knows every inside joke, been here since Iyanla and Ebony and the bus driver, knows every single inside, knows about throat spray and 28,000 and 16 on the wrist, know all about Levette and didn't subscribe. That's a shame. They will come back next week to watch. You said, where do they go? Don't leave now. Well, listen, we joke. We joke on here. So I'm just saying, don't get sensitive now. You know how we joke on people in the chat. So don't listen. Let me know if you're still in the chat. It's no shade. We're just laughing. It's a joke. Okay. Don't be upset. You've been here for years. You say you've been here for years. So you know how we do over here. It's all love. You subscribed last week, child, and you've been here for a minute. So you know you ain't right because you've been in here for a minute. Mm-hmm. Well, no, I noticed you last week. You've been in here, yeah. So that tracks. Child, but you've been watching for years. Yes, Brazzers is the real test. Exactly. Blue said it takes 90 months before they will subscribe. That's a shame. Not y'all outing yourselves. You said Brooke's channel. You had to see if I was consistent, but you see 800 videos. I've done 800 videos. You see all these videos. You know good and well I was consistent. Now you know you ain't right. Please. I was consistent, but you see 4 or 5 lives every week. You've seen all those videos I've done, pre-recorded videos I've done for 6 years. Wait, what happened? You said Jameer. You said I saw you on Alex first. Y'all have me screaming in the chat. Y'all have me screaming in the chat. Y'all, let's just stop before this takes a turn, and now we'll be fighting. We're at the 2-hour mark officially. We're officially at the 2-hour mark. So let's just move on along. Yes, exactly. Child. Okay. Yes, I'm really at 50,000 subscribers, but we got 13,000 people in the bushes. Because the numbers, my views and the subscriber count don't add up. Because my videos do views like somebody who has more than me. Like my views are consistent with folks who have 10 times more. So if we're being honest, if we're being really honest, we see each other. Because I'm just like, when I only had 10,000 people, I was still pulling in 20,000 views. So yeah, not to sound cocky or toot my own horn, but yeah, honey, my view count has always been a lot higher than what I should be at realistically. But we'll save that for another day. All right, girl. Let them know. Okay, so you know exactly what we see each other. We see each other. Yes. You said the subscribe button don't always be right there. Well, where do they put it? Are they hiding it? Because for me, when I go on people's pages, it says subscribe is the first thing you see. Subscribe. So unless they're hiding it, child, I don't know. Oh my gosh. So anyway, y'all, let's just move on. Let's just move on, honey. Let's just move on along. Let's just what did Funky always say on TGIF? Move on to the next thing, Claudia. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. Let's just go. You said you be doing trial runs on people's channels. Oh gosh. All right, y'all. Let's just move on. How do we get here? How do we get here? We always have a good old time. We always just go around and around the mulberry bush, okay? Okay. Okay, y'all. So now where were we? I forgot. Oh, that was such a funny segue. Where are we? Not under the tuna sub. Oh my God. Yeah, honey, they're trying to F up the thing. Exactly, honey. Yeah. Oh yes. Y'all, please. Y'all, enough. Let's just get back on, because listen, y'all, we still have to do the next live at 6 p.m. So I want to be on time for that one. Okay. So we can save it, because we'll be doing freestyle, different topics. So that's going to be a really good live. So let's hurry this up. Okay. Let's hurry this up, because I'm over this. What's tuna sub? Did I miss that live? No, it's this live. At the beginning, I explained what a tuna sub is. So you'll see. Go rewatch that. Go rewatch this live when it's done, and then come back. So yes, honey, time went. Yes, it's 5:04. Let's hurry up, y'all. Yes, I'm avoiding the Britney segment. It's so boring. Enough. Let's go. We gotta hurry up, y'all. We gotta hurry up. Thank you for keeping me on time. Um, no, wait, hold on. I asked y'all, could I skip past it? And you said no, we want to hear the whole thing. So that's why we're here. Oh my gosh. This did not need to be 3 parts, y'all. I mean, I am just bored with this. Um, hold on. So now, oh my gosh. Oh Lord, y'all, this scene was a lot. It was so boring. Okay, so Andy reads a viewer question asking Heather, she didn't record this, but she recorded Lisa in the bathroom in season 4 when she lost her $60,000 ring. How come she didn't record Meredith having a meltdown? Did it occur to her that Meredith would lie and she would need proof? Heather says no. Heather says no. She says, we don't record each other, and I understand why you were mad because it escalated and kept escalating. We were on your side, and I don't know at what point it tipped. She says, I texted you that I was on your side. You started screaming at me. Meredith denies all of this. We see the unseen footage of them on the yacht where she's saying that, or Meredith is saying that she's shocked that Heather didn't have her back. Heather says, Meredith, your ability to recall specific information when it serves you is just so interesting. Meredith says, my feelings were hurt. Heather goes on to ask, do you recall what you were doing? Meredith says, I never said it didn't happen. I just said, I'm not going to talk over her. And she screeched at me for 2 months. So Heather says, I screeched at you for 2 months. F you for saying that. I've never screeched at you. Then she says, our friendship is over from this moment on. Buckle up, Meredith. It's not going to be a fun ride. Heather, who are you feeling like? Even Lisa was like, that sounds like a threat. Heather says, it is. I've been your best friend for 6 years. I sat on stuff. I backed you. I've been there for you. Now, let me tell you something, Heather. I wish you would sit there and threaten me. I wish you would sit there and threaten me. You let somebody black your eye and you were still keying, slapping 5, laughing. It was a ha ha, he, tee, he. How dare you threaten Meredith? Girl, once again, who are you feeling like? I said, and the way Andy looked at you when you said, buckle up, it's not going to be a fun ride. Even he was staring at you like, girl, are you cool? Who are you threatening? Yes, I would have kicked her out that reunion too. Heather is absolutely out of her mind because there is no way that she would be threatening me about anything. I said, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. And on top of that, you had somebody not only punch you, but Jen called you Shrek. Jen laughed at your appearance and you still sat up there and ate up all her nonsense. But yet you want to sit up here and press Meredith. Absolutely not. And I wish that Meredith and Lisa would bring that up because, again, how dare you sit up here and threaten me? Threaten me, but yet you let Jen Shaw pass. Absolutely not. Yes, Heather picks her battle. She ain't nobody. Exactly. Desperado. I agree. I just, oh my gosh, I cannot stand. I think it's crazy to me that they allow her to get away with this. And Heather, it is so clear that this show, this fame has gone to your head because, girl, who are you talking to? So now she goes on to say that, she, had Meredith's back and all that stuff. And now Meredith says, no, you didn't. I backed you on everything. So Heather says, this is the first time I've seen you speak up. You've maybe said 10 words tonight. So I said, well, girl, Meredith has talked a lot this reunion. Bronwyn's the one who's barely said 10 words at this reunion. I keep forgetting that she's there. So now Angie jumps in defending Heather. Angie, can you be quiet? Angie does this thing where every time she's not getting enough camera time, she jumps in because she wants a moment. Yes, I agree. Oh, absolutely. 100%. She does think she's the face of SLC. She does. So now Heather says, Angie says that, Heather has always admired Meredith, and Meredith goes on to say, well, why is she so triggered by me just saying that she responded? Angie says, because you called her a liar. Heather says, because you said you lied to me when I don't lie. So Meredith is like, girl, we'll get to that part. We're not there yet. So now Meredith goes on to ask, can I say what I want to say? I can't get a word out. So Heather says, you've never apologized. So they're going back and forth. So Andy says, hold on. Everybody gets to talk. You guys will all talk. Do we want, Andy goes on to say, do we want each of you, Brittany and Meredith, to say what you think happened on the plane? So Meredith says, no, I have a question first. Meredith goes on to say, I want to ask my question. It's for the whole group. She says, I did not deny that anything happened. Something did happen. What we don't agree on is exactly what happened. If what everyone is wanting happened if what everybody's wanting happened, I can't for the life of me understand why nobody helped Brittany if she's their friend. If you were so horribly concerned about me, like you said, then why didn't anybody come to me and say, hey, Meredith, are you okay? Angie says, I did do that. Now, Meredith does have a point. If they were so afraid for Brittany and her well-being, why didn't anybody switch seats with her or say, girl, are you okay? So I get where she's coming from, right? So now, Heather says, Lisa did and I did when we got off the plane. Heather says, I texted you after and I said, and you said to me, our friendship is over. Meredith says that's correct because you were siding with horrible things. And now Heather says, let's talk about what's not being said that's protecting you. The horrible, slanderous things that you said about her on the plane that we all heard and haven't spoken about. If you think we're protecting Brittany, we're protecting you. So now Whitney jumps in to talk. Whitney says, I asked Meredith multiple times. Meredith, I know you're upset, but calm down. Meredith says another lie. No, you didn't, Whitney. So now Meredith says the only engagement that she had with Whitney on the plane was in the last hour or so when it was close to landing time. So now she said to Lisa, nobody can find this effing TikTok. So now Meredith says, I said to Whitney, I told her what I said, and she snapped at me and said, you go find the effing TikTok. So now Whitney says, I said that to Lisa. So Whitney goes on to say, I thought you didn't remember anything from that plane. So Meredith says, I do remember everything. You're the one who said I don't remember anything. So Whitney says, you only remember things when it serves you. So now she goes on to say that she was there for Brittany and she did ask Meredith if she was okay. So now Andy goes on to ask, why did nobody switch seats with Brittany? Brittany says, it was an almost 6-hour international flight. We were in full descent when things got raucous. The flight attendants were checking in. They came back to check my seat when I got up from the bathroom. There was wine on my seat. Meredith says that's BS. She denies it. So Brittany says it was too late for them to switch seats. Now, here's my thing. This story has changed several times because I remember hearing that this went on for the entire flight, right? I could have sworn y'all said that Barbados. I've been to Barbados twice. Barbados to New York is direct flight. It's 4.5 hours. I could have sworn that it's 4 hours from Salt Lake City to Barbados, right? I remember them saying it was a 4-hour flight. Now, all of a sudden, it went from 4 hours to 6-hour international flight to now she was doing this the whole flight to now it's only the last hour. She started going crazy. Like the story keeps changing. The line keeps moving. What is it? Was Meredith going crazy the whole flight or was it only the last hour of the flight? Somebody let me know. Yes, it's very exhausting. Yes, I just, you said they have exaggerated this whole incident. I wouldn't cop to a thing. Yeah, it's enough already. It's enough. In the words of Nene, it went from 8 to 6 to 4. Exactly. It's like they were all too drunk to remember. I'm just like, it doesn't make sense. We went from, it was a 4-hour flight to a 6-hour flight. Then she was doing this the whole flight to now it was only the last hour. So, at this point, I really don't care. I don't have an F to give. I think that this should not even have been a storyline. If we can't see the footage, then don't talk about it. It's not fair to the viewers. Yes, they are really, they're really gaslighting us. The gaslight is real. Was it Uchi Wally or one mic? Exactly. Like what Meredith said, 15 minutes. How do you go from the plane is in full descent and you're all strapped in. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. None of it makes sense. I was so checked out that I didn't even clock that. Yes, this is giving play for ratings. I agree. Collective hallucination. I agree. So now Meredith goes on to say that we had a producer sitting right behind me. Why don't you ask her what happened? I said, because Bravo has paid everybody off to keep their mouths shut. You guys all probably received bonus checks to say that there was no footage. I'm sure that Bravo padded all of your checks and they said, do not ever say that you have footage. Do not ever leak the footage. Production probably got paid additional money to keep quiet. Everybody on that plane, Delta probably paid everybody a nice check to stay quiet. The network probably paid all the other passengers in the main cabin and comfort to be quiet. If I had to guess, everybody was on that plane was paid off. So that's what I believe. It doesn't make any sense. But Andy says because the production was in a different class. They were not in first class with y'all. So now Meredith says, I didn't dump wine or kick a seat. So Andy's like, okay, whatever. So Angie says, well, she did say that you pulled her hair. Meredith says, I know, that's what I'm saying. I didn't touch her hair. I would never touch her hair. So now Meredith says, I did have direct engagement with Britani. I did not have direct engagement with Britani. I was talking to Lisa. I never touched Britani. The only time I had contact with Britani was when Lisa was sleeping. I had to climb over her to go to the bathroom. And she says that when she had to get up to go to the bathroom, she grabbed onto Britani's chair to prop her up. Do I believe that? I could see Meredith shaking that chair, I guess. Again, I'm so over it because Mary said that she was concerned and how Meredith went crazy. Then at BravoCon, Mary changed up her tune saying that it wasn't that bad. So now they're all changing the story. So I just don't care anymore. I'm over it. I really don't. I really don't care. It's a whole bunch of he said, she said, and they keep changing up the story. It has not been consistent yet. They keep adding a piece to the story, then they keep taking it back. So who knows what happened? So now, they go on to ask, did she shake her chair a little harder than necessary to make a point? Meredith says no. Bronwyn says, at least own something. So now we close out with Andy asking Meredith, did she have a drink before they got on the plane? Everybody says yes. And Meredith says, can we backtrack for a moment? We'll revisit this in a moment. The minute Meredith said, can we change gears here? Meredith, I'm telling you right now, I knew you were on some BS when you said, can we talk about something else first? When somebody asks you a direct question, it's either yes or no. The fact that you couldn't just say, yes, I did have a drink before we got on that plane, told me everything I needed to know. I said, girl, oh, yes, you're right. Bronwyn wasn't there. Bronwyn took another flight. She took a solo flight back home. So I don't know why she was chiming in saying, just own something. You're right. You're right. I forgot all about that. Bronwyn wasn't even on their flight with them. She shouldn't say anything. The deflection was crazy. Yes, it was a yes or no question. Exactly. Okay. This part was crazy with Brittany. It was crazy. So again, I'm going to be really careful with, listen, let me start by saying this. I am sensitive when it comes to discrimination. As a Black person, Black folks, we know all about racism, discrimination, being targeted, right? Like we know all about that. I'm not ever trying to tell somebody how to feel, but I can always be fair and say, no, I'm sorry, but I just don't get that vibe. As a Black person, we feel the vibes when somebody is racist, prejudiced. We feel the vibes, right? Britani might be a lot of things. I don't get that from her. Okay, I'm gonna just say that, right? I'm gonna just say that. I like Meredith. But Meredith, you know the gravity of saying what you said. You know that can kill somebody's entire career and have them blackballed, okay? Yes, I was just... Meredith, I was just real conflicted. I didn't like this, Meredith. I'm going to be so honest with you. And I feel like you just can't stand Britani so bad that you're going to malign her character and her reputation. And I don't think that even Andy bought this either. I don't. Because the way he was staring at you, it gave very much when Siggy pulled this same stunt, when she said, she said Margaret was, and Andy was like, girl, stop. Like, no, she's not. So Meredith says, I think what's really important here that's going by the wayside is discussing why I have such a fractured relationship with Britani. It's rooted in bigotry. So I was just like, I was already like, wait, what? So she says, something I addressed with her off camera. She was very nasty to me and she finally eked out an apology. So Britani says, what? Eked out? I snuggled you. So Andy says, let her talk. Can you tell us why you're mad? So Meredith says that she supported a bigot who happens to be a nail technician who did her nails. She says that it was on the news. He had an interaction with a Jewish man where he said some horrible things about Jewish people, right? It was all over the news. And in return, the nail tech's Google reviews were horrible. He had horrible reviews for what he did. So she says he asked Britani and Jared to do a review to combat all the negative reviews that he was receiving because he's an anti-Semite. She says they wrote a glowing review for him and they were called out about it all over social media. She said Britani's response was I only saw the one thing that there was there more? That was my issue. She never picked up the phone and said, Meredith, I know you saw this and I want to explain what happened. This isn't true. It's nothing. It's silence. On the RV trip, I was more hostile to her than the viewer could possibly understand because of this incident. When I explained this to Britani, she was screaming at me to shut up. She was nasty and condescending, very rude. Britani says, yup, because I was pissed. Meredith says, I got a halfway apology. And now Andy says, okay, and what's your version, Britani? So Britani says, this is ridiculous. The nail tech reached out to me and said, hey, I do Meredith's nails. I would love to do yours for free for a post. May I say something? The fact that I feel like if you do a great service, stop offering your stuff for free, in my opinion. And some of these women are so cheap that they will accept free services all day long and not tip, nothing. Like very cheap behavior, but I digress, right? But just in general, y'all, if you do a great service, you do great work, and celebrities are tagging you and they want you to work for them, do not do your stuff for free. You cannot get paid off of a social media post. Okay, you need to get some cash money. All right. So yeah, don't work for free. Exactly. So now she said he reached out to me and said, hey, I'm getting bad reviews. Can you write a good review? And I'm like, yeah, sure. It's the least I can do. You did my nails for free. The next thing I know, somebody sends me a post and I'm like, whoa. So I called and I asked him, are you anti-Semitic? So she says, I said, I'm going to take down my review. Never contact me again. She said, I'm not going to reach out to Meredith because A, she uses the same nail tech as me. You're just as guilty as not knowing as me. She said, Meredith says, but once you saw it was on the news, don't write a review. That's why it was so sensitive to me because this guy was in my home, Andy. So now she starts crying. So Andy's like, Britani, when you wrote the review, did you know the guy was anti-Semitic? Britani says, I had no clue. Meredith says it was all over the news. Now, Heather, you had brought this whole thing up just a few minutes ago, saying that Meredith was accusing her of, something horrible. So for Heather to say, Britani, are you anti-Semitic? I said, Heather, whose side are you on? It was so weird. It was so jarring to me. Oh, you said Britt took her review down 3 weeks after she was notified about the guy. Okay, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know listen, they haven't explained that. I'm going off of what we're hearing, but I didn't know that. Okay. Again, I'm going off of what they're both telling us. So Jared's review stayed. Oh, it did? Heather's a double agent. I agree. Brent was wrong. Meredith took it to hell. Heather always down the wrong road. Heather's on the side of what the viewers might think. Oh, the review is still there? Oh, okay. Now that's a problem. That is a problem because that should have been taken down immediately. Okay. So Brittany says, no way. So Heather says, well, apologize to her then. My thing is this, Heather, you knew that this happened, right? Why wouldn't you tell her to apologize when it happened? Why would you say it now? It just felt so fake to me. It's like you've been defending Brittany all this time, and now it's like, well, this whole scene was weird. I'm not gonna hold y'all guys. It was weird to me. This entire last 5 minutes was just really weird. Brittany took it down. Reddit has the screenshots. Okay, thank you. So hold on, y'all. We're almost done. Brittany says, I apologize to her 1,000 times. So now she stands up and says, that's one of the worst accusations you can make. I'm the farthest thing from it. I handled it the exact right way. And when I found out what it meant to you, what did I do? I cried, I held, and I snuggled you. So Meredith says, oh God, sounds like a theater voice to me. Like she's not buying it. So Brittany is pissed. She starts sobbing. Brittany says, this is what she did when she's talked. She made it about herself. She made herself the victim. So Brittany says she's looking for something mean and nasty to say about me. Andy goes on to ask if Brittany's ever said anything anti-Semitic to her. Meredith says she's been on the attack of her since day one. And Andy says, well, do you feel like she was attacking you because of your religion? Meredith says it felt very targeted. I can't tell anybody how to feel. But to say that it felt targeted, I'm sorry. Brittany is a lot of things. Brittany is a deadbeat mother. She's very delusional. She's annoying. She's weird. But I don't believe for a minute that she is a bigot. I don't. That, yeah. And also let's think about. Let's start here. Because let's be so for real. If I'm on one of these shows and a non-Black cast member says something crazy to me while we're filming, or even off camera, do you think that I'm waiting till the reunion to address that? That would be discussed immediately while the cameras were up. Like, no, girl, you called me the way you said X, Y, and Z. This would not have been held until the reunion. If somebody's racist or discriminatory or prejudiced, I'm not waiting at the reunion. Period. Yes, Mary addressed Jenny and Jenny and her mess in real time. I agree. Brittany was on page 6 and said after this incident happened, she let Bravo know. Child, we're just slipping into very murky waters. I was uncomfortable during this scene. I'm not going to hold you. I was uncomfortable during this scene. I really was. I was tempted to not even talk about this. I was actually going to skip this recap, honestly, because I was just like, Brittany says, I don't know. I don't understand this. This is so unfair. It's not right. So Meredith says, yeah, she's the victim here. Brittany says, this is BS. It's just an excuse to be mad at me. I don't understand. It's not fair. I'm so sick of being ganged up on. Being called bigoted is not okay. So she walks off. She storms off the stage. She says, F this. And then she yells out, stop calling me a victim. I'm not a victim. And that's where part 2 ends. I don't want anything to do with it. Yeah, I don't either. Like, that's where I really don't want to talk about it. I'm just, because you know what I'm saying. So I was really tempted to not do this review, honestly and truthfully. I think Meredith respectfully needs to sit out a season. I think that Meredith needs to take a break, do the DJing, shop, have fun, travel, get her mind recalibrated, and come back. Respectfully. Yeah, same here. It didn't feel right. I was just like, I was like, it's time to wrap. I was just like, yeah, I'm not. She needs a timeout. Just agreed. Yes, I'm not filming with someone who's racist toward me. I'm notifying Real Houses immediately. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Child. I just need. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Yeah, it didn't feel right. Yeah, it didn't feel. I was just like, I don't want to talk about this. I don't like. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So I just said I'm not, because I'm trying to keep my page. Like, I'm just let's just move on, child. Let's just move on. I said, let's just move on, honey. Let's just move on. Yes, we're saying this with love. This is with love, honey. This is with love. I'm like, Meredith, just take a break. Take a break. Yeah, let's move on, honey. Let's just move on. This was a lot. She needs a break. We need a break from Meredith. Meredith, God bless. Yeah. All this darkness, and Meredith never even answered the question. Yeah, honey, let's just move on, honey. I said, yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? I said, yes. I was gonna put something like, y'all don't get stupid in these comments. When we get to that last part, thank you all, everybody, for just being on one accord, one band, one sound. Okay. Because we don't play. I'm just thank you everybody for not saying something stupid on this chat. So okay, yeah, okay, okay, honey. So as Black folks, when it comes to certain topics, let's move right along. Okay, so yes, toodles. So move along, Claudia. Exactly. Yes. Brooke, you never answered my question. Where is your wine? Y'all have me screaming. Let's make these plates for these men. Exactly. Yes. So take my 28,000 and buy. Okay. Yes, honey. We Black, honey. Nobody has the time, honey. Nobody has the time. So I said, I was going to say to y'all, please be on your best behavior. Don't say anything crazy. So I'm very proud of y'all that nobody got. So grabbing the cigars. Exactly. Yes. I need wine. I don't even drink. So I said, honey, I'm just here to report the story, report the news. So I love everybody. And that's all I've got. Okay. That is all I've got. So that's it. Yes. When we get in this store, don't ask for nothing. Okay. Yeah. I was like, honey, yes, honey, beautiful gowns, honey. My Moscato is delicious. Okay. You got a live at 6. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, do I read the super chats? Oh, the super chats are not the super chats are good, right? They're not crazy, right? Super chats are good, right? Because I'm telling you right now, the super chats are stupid. I'm not reading it, and feel free to call your bank and get your money back. So, oh, I love you back. I love you right back. Okay, I love you right back. So, oh my, don't touch the super chat. Listen, if there's some stupid super chats in here, I'm not reading it. So get your money back, honey. Get your money back. Okay, the super chats are not wild. They look good. Okay, not call. No, I'm serious. Listen, if you paid for services and didn't receive them, feel free to call your bank, honey. It is not deep. I am not pressed. I am not pressed. So let me go through the super chats, okay? So where are we about? I see y'all reading down. Hey, Bio Miss Flores, thank you for the super chat. Mary's one of the pastors that Drewski skit was about. Yes. Hey, the perfume preppy, thank you for the super chat. Rob Jr. and his wife feel off. Something isn't being said. There's more to this story. Oh, I agree. Hey, the perfume preppy, thank you for the super chat. Mary is a charlatan with a cross, not Christ-like. Hey, Miss Breezy007, thank you for the super chat. Says a lot about you when you are a grown woman who consciously marries your step grandfather and has a child with him. I'm just saying. I agree. Hey, the Eds page, thank you for the super chat. Except for Lisa Barlow, maybe Meredith, there really is no one to cheer for. The show could be canceled, no one would miss it. That's what I'm feeling too now. Hey, the life of Samad, thank you for the super chat. I don't think Mary got her vocation from God. Yes, there's I remember you had older people who used to say when it came to people joining the ministry, like, being a pastor, they would say some were called, some were sent, some just got up and went. And I think that Mary just got up and went. Because any pastor worth their salt, they got, like, God told them, I want you to be a pastor. Like, because even a pastor will even tell you, like, I didn't want to be a pastor. Like, I didn't want to do this. Like, so, I'm just saying, I think that Mary, along with some other people, they just got up and went. Okay. Mary fight back. You said bad day to be a Mary fan. Not just got up and went. I'm serious, honey. Oh, that's old school. I don't judge where God is concerned. Wait, I love that one, Brooke. I need to use that. She got and went with that gold mic. Yes. Oh my gosh. Hey, Prin by Princessa. Thank you for the super chat. Now, Lisa says, step grandpa, then it's a problem. Exactly. Hey, the perfume preppy. Thank you for the super chat. Mary and her granddaddy husband can go. Goodbye. Hey, Michelle Mitchell. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, the Eds page. Thank you for the super chat. How the Salt Lake show went from number one to one of the absolute worst shows in one season should be studied. What a disappointment. I agree. I mean, they were really on top of the world. I feel embarrassed. I was saying, Salt Lake City, nobody's seeing the girls, and baby, how quickly the mighty have fallen, honey. Hey, Prin by Princessa, thank you for the super chat. Andy's BFF with her for clout. I don't know, could be using her. I could see that. I don't put anything past her. Hey, Ace5823, thank you for the super chat. Black Eye Gate, Plane Gate, they are losing trust with the viewers with these mystery games. Yes, someone compared this show to community theater. I can't see it. Not community theater. I am screaming. Hey, Michelle Mitchell. Thank you for the super chat. I live in the Phoenix, Arizona area, and our high today, 67 degrees. Oh, lucky you. My oldest two kids live in the Columbus, Ohio, are 13 degrees, feeling like 2 degrees. My youngest one lives in Iowa, and the high is 4, feeling like -2. Oh, my gosh. Jesus. Hey, Bio Miss Flores. Thank you for the super chat. After what she said about her husband, Meredith had the right to yell at her. My mouth would be slick, too, if I had to sit behind her for hours. Hey, Pete's96, thank you for the super chat. The world is on fire. Please let's have some joy over here. Take y'all trolling behind somewhere else. Thank you. Let them know. Let them know. Hey, Adriana Cook, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Brooke, this SLC season is giving season 3. Yeah, it is. It is. I think it might be worse than season 3, honestly. Hey, the Eds page, thank you for the super chat. I would have kicked Heather out of the reunion. Same here. Hey, Florence214, thank you for the super chat. To be honest, Meredith weaponizing child, maybe believe the other women, those struggling with substance abuse are known to deflect. Child, Florence, all I gotta say is God bless. When I tell you, I don't even want to talk about that last segment. I'm just like, God bless. God bless. Okay. God bless. God bless. That's okay. I'm just like, listen, y'all, please, from the super chats, just keep it calm, y'all. Yeah, yes. Yes. Listen, honey. Listen. One thing about us, honey, we know how to be quiet when it's time to be quiet. So thank you. You said, Florence, get your money back. Honey, you listen. Yep, you said Florence call, discover, and dispute that. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, honey. You I'm not explaining Florence to anyone next week. Florence ain't getting her money back. We don't refund over here. Oh, you have me screaming, honey. Florence, you know you're about to be the newest inside joke. We're about to be like, when the next time somebody says something wild, we'll say, don't pull a Florence, y'all. Don't pull a Florence. No, I know, no, I know. Yeah, child, everybody just keep it, all right? Don't pull a Florence, y'all. Now I'm scared to read the other super chats, honey. Hey, Bio Miss Flores. Okay, all right. Well, all right. We got it. We got somebody who, we have an expert in the chat. Hey, Bio Miss Flores. Can I read yours before I read? Let me read it in my head before I read it out loud. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, as someone who is Jewish, I don't think Brit is a bigot, but an idiot with that review. However, word on the street, is that Jared has, a history. Okay, well, this is very interesting. Now, Biomist, thank you for your thoughts. No, listen, I have subscribers of every race, religion, nationality. I love everybody. I'm from New York. There's a big, Jewish population in New York. I've been to so many bar and bat mitzvahs, which are fabulous. I know about Shabbat dinners, challah bread. I love it. So I'm happy that we have a Jewish subscriber in the chat to explain. So thank you for explaining. So you don't think that she is a bigot, but you think that she's just an idiot. Okay, yes. Child. You said, Florence, you are so funny. You said you just walked away quickly. A mess. Listen, it's just a hot mess. One of y'all's about, Jameer, you might have to get somebody out. Don't be in this chat saying anything crazy. And one of you, I know, some of y'all need to cool it. Hey, Nikki, Shaylee, thank you for the super chat. I'm going to keep my mouth hushed. But anyways, gowns, beautiful gowns, and sorrows, and prayers to this season. Laughing my ass off. Yeah, this season was horrible. You said Brit gets herself in these situations. Just a mess. I meant Brittany's a big-time idiot. Did I miss something? No, you didn't miss a thing, friend. Yes, Jamil, you saw it, right? You saw. I said, "Oh, we're not doing that." Good, because I'm not repeating it. So Great. That based on a clip I saw for part 3, Andy does not believe Britney's anti-Semitic. So, all right, y'all. Well, anyhow, let's, this part 2 was something, okay? I don't even know how to end this live. Well, actually, y'all, yes, I have some very good eyes. I'm quick with it, honey. I'm quick with it, child. I see everything, okay? Y'all, we're supposed to do the next live. I might have to push it back to like 6:30 just to take a quick break. Y'all, I hope you guys have fun with me. I had a good time. I'm going to end this here. I'm going to end the live here, and then I'll see you all for the next live, okay? I'm going to push it back to 6:30 because we're ending this at literally 5:46. So I'm going to end it now, and then you'll see me in the next 40 minutes, okay? So I'll see you guys shortly, all right? So I'll see y'all. We're going to have fun, and I'll see you very soon, okay? Bye, guys.